Hi, my lily pads. Welcome to the April kickoff charity event. We are going to be doing it throughout the entirety of April. I hope that you do enjoy and love it. We're going to be raising some money for the Autistic Self-Advocacy Network here live on Twitch. So yeah, I already got that. It's already going. It's already done. It's all ready. So we got hello, I am Art the Frog, and this is my associate, George Creates. So yeah. Smash which one? I mean, I'm just a squishy little frog. I mean, you can't really smash me. It's kind of hard to do. Doesn't mean it can't be done. Ow!
Yas.
Thank you for the sub. Thank you for the Prime sub. Yas. Yas is correct. Hold on, ow! Oh! Hello? OBS? No! No, not the OBS! OBS, why? Why? Not the charity event! Not the charity event! OBS is not responding. Oh, okay, are we good? Are we good? Is everything okay? Hello? No one's answering me if everything's okay. What? Ow! Oh, my fucking headset! Are you fucking kidding me? My fucking headset. Are you shitting me right now? My headset decided that now would be a good time to disconnect. So now everything is coming through my fucking speakers. Oh, okay, now it's reoriented itself. Thank goodness. Thank you for the mega plushie attack. Oh my gosh, they are all just sitting on my head. They're all sitting on my head, little itty bitty head. Oh my goodness. I just wanted to charge my headset, but now it wants to be a butt. It literally my headset disconnecting apparently almost crashed my OBS. That's great. That's 10 out of 10. Anyways, I should probably talk about the charity, right? So today, we're going to be raising some money for the Autistic Self-Advocacy Network. They're a great, awesome network trying to highlight what it means to be autistic, how autistic affects people, and bringing awareness to what autism is in the current state and current day, and trying to help others to be able to also get access to what they need and help with all of that. So that is awesome. 10 out of 10. Great charity. We do have some charity incentives. As you can see right there. So you get you can get a cool little Polaroid signed by yours truly. If I kiss a frog, does it turn into a cute waifu? No, I'm just a frog. Jose, you know this. I've just always been a frog. That's propaganda. That form there, that's a propaganda form. That's propaganda. By the way, if we do hit $150, I will continue to be a frog. It'll be Art the Frog and George Creates. We also do have a command for the charity, so if you do command charity, it will pop up with what the charity is about and also the charity goals. So if you want all the charity goals, that is right there for you. George the Frog, how wait, what? I thought you had a chance. What? Why are we asking if George is... Are y'all saying that George... How readable is Art the Frog? Excuse me! I am but a cute little frog. What do you mean you want to breed me? I am a frog. I am a frog. I am a little frog. What do you mean? You're crazy. Y'all are crazy. I am a frog. How ugly is George's frog that Jay thinks he has a chance? George is 61% ugly. What do you mean George is ugly? That actually does hurt my feelings a lot. I spent so long to make George look this way. What do you mean George looks ugly? George looks adorable. Look at him.
Oh, yes, Daddy.
Who did that? Who said? Who said, "Oh yes, Daddy" to the frog? You've been caught. You've been caught in 4K with that. I do not have any, like, things for this frog. Ow! I feel the love. I don't know why that gets sent out all at once. That is hilarious. No! Why are you caging George? What did George do? George hasn't even spoken once. George hasn't spoken once, and y'all already caging George out here. Wow. Wow. Hey! Hold on a minute. Why am I getting jailed? What? Why? Why are we getting jailed? I tried to cage you? Yeah, the George only cages George, but now both George and I are caged in here. Congratulations. How guilty. Yeah. Whoever called George ugly, your mom's a hoe. How guilty is Art? 37% guilty? Guilty of what? I'm just a cute little frog. What can I be guilty of? I'm just a frog. 18% cheeked up! Excuse me! Excuse me! Excuse me! We're trying to do cool things for charity! Can we ignore how cheeked up my little froggy butt probably is? See, even OBS says Jay is guilty. Oh my gosh. Really? Oh, Jay is 87% guilty. Ay. I don't know what of, but apparently of something. Anyways, what I was trying to do was actually send out the whole entire promo notification that we're doing this to everyone else. So let me just do that really quickly. So excuse me as you hear the clickety-clicketies of my little itty-bitty hands on the keyboard. Yeah, but I hope that you guys enjoy this entire event. It's gonna be fun. I got fun things. Honestly, a stream is gonna be as per normal. You know, per normal stuff. But yeah. So last minute campaign change. Every time you heard me say young white dragon, I actually meant ancient white dragon. Oh no. Yeah, Sochi, one thing, no, Sochi, fucking, you have to learn one thing. Never ever piss off your DM, because they can just clickety clackety Art rolls for attackety. I could actually probably roll for attack. Here, you know what, I'll roll for attack. You want to see, I actually have my dice here. I actually do have dice. Here, let me see. That's a 13. Does it hit? Probably not. I'm just So, Tommy Oliver. Yeah, one thing about D&D. Never ever piss off your DM, because they can just change all the shit that they want, and they can make it 10 times harder. You need a 20 to hit? Yeah, no, I ain't rolling a 20 with those dice. Those dice are bad dice. They're in timeout. They're in timeout dice. They're little timeout dice. Cameraman view? I don't have the ability to do that. I don't have the ability to do that. I try, but I don't have the ability to do that. I'm just a wee little frog. just a wee tiny little frog. I just hop around and do my own things. Oh my gosh. Honestly, I really had nothing planned today. I'm just literally doing a just chatting. Dice jail, we got you. Yeah, I know. It's in a little dice jail. Oh, it made a dice jail on its own. Let me just do this and do that. And do that. But yeah. So okay, we got everything done. We need a dunce cap for misbehaving dice. Yeah, Jose, can you get us all a dunce cap for a certain dice? Yeah, I'm sure he can print it out for us. It's not like he has to do a bunch of other things, right? Right? Anyways. I'm trying to, like, think of what we can do. I had nothing planned. I was just like, this is it. This is all you get for today. I guess I should probably go over, what the, goals are, probably. That's probably important, right? Right? Okay, let's do that. Let me go over to here. Okay, here we go. Technically, we order once I pick you. Wait. Give Panda Express at 2? Hey! Where's my Panda Express? Excuse me? Where is mine? I want Panda Express. Little frog needs to be fed. Where's mine? Ah, where's my Panda Express? Come live with me. Come live over here. There's a bunch of Panda Expresses over here. I'm actually not joking. There are so many Panda Expresses over here. Anyways, let's go over the charity goals, shall we? Panda, yeah, just a bunch of Panda Expresses. A lot of stuff. But anyways, charity goals. Let's talk about them. Yeah, woohoo! So if we hit $10, Jose and chat get to both choose a tweet that I have to tweet out. For $20, I have to change my profile icon, and that will be to this little frog, because of course. And it will be throughout the entire month. I didn't specify that, but it would. For $50, I have to do a froggy tier list, and we'll do a froggy tier list. For $100, Jose gets to take over my Twitter. Basically, anything that I post, he has to approve of, like a manager. So, if he wants to change what the post will be, he has to do it. I have a compromise for both of you. Art moves in with and once y'all get married, you can move back to whatever place you are in. True. And then for $150, I have to stay as Art the Frog, and George stays as George Creates. For $200, you get a George Creates only stream, meaning I will be nothing more than a text-to-speech bot. And then for $250, Jose gets to narrate an entire stream. That means that I don't say anything, it's just Jose. What about Double Frog? No. It's funnier if it's just the regular. And then for $300, you guys have to pick, you guys get to choose for an entire month what my model will be. That includes Furbies, my Furby model, my Chibi model, technically the PNG tubers as well. This frog will also be in the lineup. There's a lot. When you see how many models I have and you guys get to choose it, every stream, by the way, and I have to stay as that model for the entire stream. Just so you all know, I will have to be stuck as that for the rest of the stream. So yeah. And the way that you guys pick is I will have at the beginning, just you can change me into one model, and that is the model I stay as. So whoever gets it fast enough. I will say if we get several model changes in the row, like meaning like somebody continuously changes me into a chibi for several days, yeah, you're not gonna get it.
But I need the people to see I'm the prettier frog. I win by default in this form as the prettiest, so I need to give you a fighting chance. You said rewards, not threats. Anything with J is a threat.
I know that anything with J is a threat, George, but it's okay. It's okay. Everything will be fine. It'll be fine. I hope. Jose, was it a bad idea to give you so many, like, controls over my social media? Is it a bad idea? Probably. Will I regret it later? No. I mean, it could be worse. It could be worse. It honestly could be worse. But yeah. Any control outside the bedroom is a bad idea. By the way, I will, if we do reach our goal of 300 before the end of the month, I will add goals. I will add. So there will be goals added. So the more things that we do, the more stuff that we do, it's gonna just get more and more ridiculous as time goes on, okay? Like, I might put on there play Elden Ring when I get my my new PC, whenever that is. Because honestly, on my current setup, I cannot play it. I can play Elden Ring as long as I don't stream it or do anything else. I can play it, but anything else, I can't do it. So we're not gonna do that. Anyways. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta do. I'm gonna be honest, I really didn't have anything planned except for this. I probably should have planned this day better, you know? But do I plan anything like ahead of time? Nah, I don't. I don't really. I was like, this is all I had. It's like, this is all I got. This is all I got. But hey, it's better than it could have been. You could have just gotten nothing. Nothing. Honestly, I really loved creating this little froggy model. It was great. I may have made it all in a day, but hey, you know what? That's just how it be. It's simple, it's effective, it works, and that's all that matters to me.
Here's bells in the distance, wedding bells or hell's bells?
George, why are you hearing bells in the distance? You shouldn't be hearing anything in the distance. I need another... Yeah, okay, Jose does need another box for his minis. I told him to get a picture of all of his minis, because I made a clip, right? I made a clip of talking about how he has so many D&D minis and that he shouldn't be getting into Warhammer. And I was like, Jose, can I get a picture of all of your minis? I was like, how many do you want? And I was like, all of them. All of them. Everything you have. So he did. And I was like, oh my gosh. And you said you want to get into Warhammer? And you have all of that? It's like, paint all of that stuff, and then we can talk about Warhammer. That's not what she said. I know Dragon Heist has a bunch of minis. You do understand that you can kind of cut a lot of the characters, like, from Dragon Heist, because you don't really need to be there, honestly. I'm gonna be honest. A lot of the minis and characters that you meet in Dragon Heist, a lot of people were saying that you can kind of throw them away because they're kind of just one-off characters you only meet once and then you never see again. So, like, you don't really have to do all the minis. Those are only minis in combat? What do you mean they're the minis in combat? Only the ones you fight? The only one, oh my god. That's a lot of minis. That's a lot of minis to fight. I think I'm slowly beginning to realize and underestimate how big Dragon Heist actually was. I have played Waterdeep Dragon Heist before, and I'm excited to play it again because I'm playing a new character. I'm excited. There's some things. Ow! Pug, thank you for the sub. Thank you. I would say thanks for subs, but please donate directly. But I know that some people have paid for like the thing, and it just kind of orients whenever you guys come in, or something like that. I forgot how it goes.
Pug has their hands full, but will return later.
Okay. Thank you, Pug. But yeah, we're just talking about D&D now. Not really. The real problem is that we're so many, so we have to fight more enemies. True. We do have to fight more enemies. So, I actually got all my spells together, and Jose was like, "Oh, you do know that Thunder Wave?" Because I'm picking Thunder Wave for one of my spells. He was like, "Did you do know Thunder Wave will make a sound, right? And people could hear it and all that." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just picking it for a pinch." It's basically like a fireball, okay? It's a fireball situation where it's like, if we kind of need it, like we're in a really bad spot, just Thunder Wave out. Will it possibly hurt also my allies? Yeah, but it's okay. Actually, the enemies don't scale with 5 characters. They scale with 6+ or less than 4. Ah, I see. So it's usually like good to play in like a party.
You get spells?
Yeah, bards get spells. Bards are jack of all trades. They get spells. Where's Art? Hi, George. I am Art the Frog, and this is George Creates. But hi, welcome in, Draco. What? Draco, I've always been a frog. I've always been a frog, Draco. I just can change into like another form, but deep down, I've always been a frog. What? What do you mean sus? Nah. See that character there? That's propaganda. That's propaganda against democracy. I'm sorry, I've been watching so many of my friends play Helldivers. On the wall, ching, ching. I'm gonna eat that
maidens on you.
What do you mean you cast no maidens? Do you see this maiden here? See? I get maidens. I got maidens. Right, George? You're a maiden. True. Yeah, I'm gonna eat that bug. Poor little bug on the wall going into my tummy.
Maidenless.
You want to say that again, George? You don't think that a cute little frog can't get maidens? Come on, it's easy. It's easy. All I have to do is just go, I'm just a wee little frog, and I need a big kiss. I agree with Art.
My spell didn't work. 0 times 0 is still 0.
I am not maidenless! Oh my gosh.
I'm a cat, so chicks dig pussycats.
I mean, true, George, but like, you're not a cat, though. You're not a cat, though, George. You're just you. You only get 2% made. Oh my gosh. I'm not 2% made.
I cast Mend on your butthole.
You can't cast Mend on something that ain't broken. That don't work. I can always cast I cast testicular distortion!
I cast flex tape on your butthole.
Excuse me.
2% Minute Maid?
2% Minute Maid? What do you mean 2% Minute Maid? Wolf! Oh my goodness.
Phil Swift here, and I'm here to bring you flex tape.
George here to bring us flex tape. Hi, Nightwolf. Hello, welcome in. Oh my gosh, it coughs. Oh, got that phlegm. Got a phlegm to, you know, gotta oil myself up with my mucus. Oh no, Jose, why are you saying hear me out? We use it well in the frog. Excuse me. A Collars of Eloquence bar, that's just Phil Swift. Oh my gosh. No, we are not doing Phil Swift at the freaking flex tape. We're not doing this, okay? We're not. Just a party of bards who are infomercial people. Okay. There was a D&D, I like how we're just now talking completely about D&D. There was a D&D party that I kind of watched that did, basically, it was, oops, all bards. Well, the thing is that it was supposed to be all bards on purpose, but they were like television show. Like, they were all, like, part of this, like, I'm trying to, like, think. They were all part of, like, an ABC kind of, like, TV channel, and so they had like different things that they all did for this like TV station. It was funny.
Like Jimmy Cricket with more of a tongue.
Yes, I am Jiminy Cricket. I'm basically the frog version of Jiminy Cricket with George here, because George got zero thoughts in their head sometimes, so they kind of need a little bit of a helpful hand here and there. So yes, I am Jiminy Cricket, but the frog version. Oh my goodness, I'm not surprised that we already have a bunch of clips to be made. I knew that this was gonna be crazy. I just knew. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about how this is going to turn out to be. But honestly, I'm just having fun, just sitting here and chatting with you guys. No brain. Good battle ram. I mean, well, George is like the deity of dance, so that's kind of why they have their dance outfit. I will say, one thing is hard to kind of arrange George around on the stream, because certain areas, if I put them like in certain places, it does look like they're not wearing anything. So I had to make sure that they look like they're wearing something. So Twitch, please no bannies. George is wearing clothes. Can confirm. They are wearing clothes. please no bannies.
Skill issue.
Hey, I'm not the one that decided to dress like this. You're the skill issue, George. I'm gonna be honest, with designing characters, sometimes, like, I pick outfits for them, and then they go, no, I want a different outfit, and that's what ends up happening. I will say, if anyone remembers, Princess Tutu, at least George gets maids, oh my gosh. If anyone remembers Princess Tutu, the anime, or even the manga, Princess Tutu, George's design is very much inspired by Princess Tutu. Very, very much inspired. You can't really tell, but it's there. Oh no, not ads. I still sometimes wish I could get rid of ads on Twitch. I want to remove them from YouTube too, because, well, I guess if you get YouTube Premium, it's fine. Or you just sub. But I don't want to do that. I don't like pushing for subscribing. Wait, I just want to check. On YouTube, there's a way. If I say to like and subscribe, the like and subscribe should highlight. I don't know if it will be the first one, but like, subscribe. Let's see if that works. I don't know if it will. It would be funny if it does. If it does, I would say type in the comments, please. Subscribe to George. Yeah, I know. Subscribe to George. Subscribe for more George creates content. Art the Frog just gonna be here. I was actually thinking of changing up all of the overlays as well, but I decided on not doing that just because I feel like that would be too jarring. So yeah. This is all you get. But I do hope you appreciate this little April Fool's prank. Unfortunately, this will not be coming out on April Fool's, which is sad, for the YouTube people. But at least it'll be out for Twitch. But yeah. Excuse me. I have been very burpy and gassy today. Well, I have been that for the past, like, while. I think it's fine. It's fine. I think it's completely fine. It could be worse. Anyways. I like how it's only been 35 minutes. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how long I'll be going with this, like, just chatting stuff. I don't even know if I'll play games or something like that. Who knows? Who knows? I just, like, I just want to sit here. I want to sit here and just talk with you guys. I actually don't even have, like, anything really set up for today. Except this. This is it. I keep saying that. Why is Art in George's box? What do you mean, Knight? I've always been a frog. What are you talking about? Oh, that model up there? No, that's just propaganda. Don't worry about it. It's just propaganda. I've always been a frog. I think my dog finally realized that her food had gone down in the middle of the day. She's off. Little Fluffer's off. A likely story? Hey. Hey, come on. Come on. Come on. You can't say no to this cute little frog. Can you? Agree? Oh my gosh. Okay. Alright. I'm pressing exit out. Alright. You win the exit out. Excuse me? What? Wolf is not maidenless. Wolf cannot be maidenless. That is an impossibility. I was gonna say this later on, but so this entire little April Fool's prank was, I beg your pardon. You are pardoned, sir. You are pardoned for not being maidenless. You are pardoned for your extreme maidenhood. Oh, excuse me? What happened to my ads? My ads little menu is black. It is gone. What happened? What is OBS doing? What is happening? There has been so much scuff. There has been so much scuff. Like, my headset almost crashed OBS. The entire ads menu on my end is just black. There's nothing there. I don't know why. What? Oh, did my prayers for ads to go extinct happen? That would be really funny. Oh, it's back. It's back, everyone. It just suddenly appeared. Okay, that's great. My ads just, like, disappeared out of the void, and now they just suddenly returned, so I know when ads are popping. Because it gives me like a little timer for when ads are gonna start or anything, and like it's helpful. How hamburger is Nightwolf? Why are we asking how hamburger he is? Excuse me. We should be asking how furry Nightwolf is. I'm sorry, but it's true, isn't it? You gave yourself an ear and tail, like ears and tails. Does that make you somewhat, what type of hamburger though? I don't know, a cheeseburger because he's blonde? I'm sorry, that sounds, I'm sorry, Night. A bacon cheeseburger. Yeah, that's, oh my gosh, now you're getting me hungry. Now I want a bacon cheeseburger. Oh, hold on. Hold on a second. What is happening? Oh. Oh, great! Great! Guys, you know what's great? You know what's great? You know what's great? The pest control guy, the handyman that's helping out with our rat problem that we currently have. They're gonna be on their way soon in like 25 minutes. So that does mean I'm gonna have to take a break in 25 minutes to deal with them. See, like I told you, the scuff is real today. Rigged. What? How art is how pizza is art? Excuse me. Are you trying to say that you want a froggy pizza? Oh, hold on. My mother is calling. Excuse me a moment. Food is food. Excuse me. Yes, now I have more fluff for people to pet. Yes. We appreciate the fluffy the fluffy Nightwolf. Oh yeah, did you like your doll, by the way? I know that you said that you liked it, but I will say I was thinking about doing it in your with your non ears and tail, and I was like, nah. That makes it cuter. So I decided to use it. Honestly, I've been love turning all of you guys into little plushes. I'm gonna be continuing that on Wednesday. I do, it's adorable. Yeah, I know. Everyone can now join my marketable plushie empire. Actually, you never get me. What? Actually, we do have a new redeem because I forgot to put it on. But it's called Turn Me Into a Marketable Plushie, and I will turn you into I'll turn you into a plush doll. I blame Fane for my now wolf ears and tail. Why do you blame Fane? Why are we blaming the amazing bird lady? What? Why are we blaming her? She did nothing wrong. Wolf, she did nothing wrong. No, what? She does, is we don't blame the fate. No, it's okay. I sometimes people design certain things and you're like, oh, that looks really nice. I'm gonna use that. And that's kind of what ends up happening. That's just how it be sometimes. It's something that you can't really avoid, and there's something that you can't really, like, get out of, and that's just how it happens. I will say, I am very glad that a lot of the people that I have been doing are very happy about it. Because she drew my trinket with wolf ears and tail. And I mean it with love. Yeah. She did draw a very cute trinket. I mean, my turn you into a marketable plushie also came from Fane, so. Never get out of the toilet after dark. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to think of things. Oh, I do have something important to ask you all. So the thing is, I was planning on revealing my 2.0 sometime in the middle of April, but I think I want to reveal it at the end of April, just because I want to mainly focus on the charity stream right now, and also I kind of really want to focus on, oh my gosh, I kind of really want to focus also on making my comic, because I do want that to also kind of come out near the end of April, you know, near the end of the month. And if it ends up coming out earlier than that, well, that will be a surprise. Honestly, I probably only have the prologue out. Real question, do you have your phone in the toilet when busy? Wait, real question, do you have your phone in the toilet when busy calls? Do you mean, like, do I put my phone in the toilet water? No. Do I have it, like, on the counter somewhere? Yes, because I don't know if someone will message or call me. So, yeah. But, I'm trying to be better on trying to not bring my phone around too much. I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to be better than that. No, like, you're on the phone while on the toilet. Do you have fucking cameras? Are you cops? Are you cops? No. I mean, yes. Yes and no. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. You're on Twitter. No, I'm very rare. If I am on Twitter, it's literally just to post something up really quick and then leave. But most of the time, I'm not on Twitter. I'm gonna be honest, I try my best to try and stay off of Twitter, because Twitter is just a toxic cesspool most of the time. So I try and just, like, leave my stuff, or I look through and I comment and like certain stuff, and then I kind of leave. I, like, pop in here and there, and then I leave. I mainly stay on TikTok, but only because I like a lot of the funny videos, okay? Oh. Shush phone. But yeah. So that's, like, mainly the only two reasons, for the most part, of why I do it. But honestly, I'm trying to be better on just not doing that anymore. So I can actually, like, you know, focus on the things that I need to. 'Cause it takes a lot of brain power to do stuff. And I shouldn't be wasting all of it on looking through TikToks and stuff. To be focusing on going to the bathroom, you know? That's what your key thing should be. If you're going to the bathroom, your key thing should be focusing on going to the bathroom. Not looking at TikToks on your phone. How sus? Excuse me, I understand that I am very, very, very sus. But you don't need to say it outright. Man. Man be calling me out here. Damn. Damn. Yeah, Twitter is not a fun place. It's only gotten more toxic these last few years. Can't agree. I think, like, no matter where you go on in any of the Twitter area, because a lot of people are saying, like, oh, well, this part of Twitter isn't that bad. And I'm just like, it doesn't matter, because it'll get bad eventually. I think that's also why I stay out of a lot of, like, fandoms and stuff like that. The only thing I really interact with the most part on Twitter is just, like, liking art pieces and liking a lot of art pieces. Liking a lot of Boot Hill art pieces in particular. Look, don't look at my likes, okay? Don't judge me. Don't judge me! He is a sexy robot man! I literally have showed Jose and he was like, what is this? He's like... I'm like, look, the art's just good. Also, the art is just really good. I'm a person that loves looking at shiny metal because I just don't know how to draw it. run to Twitter and looking. Oh my gosh. Careful, there are some sus ones in there. Yeah, I thought the VTubing space would be pretty nice, but even that has gone to bad places. I can't agree. I'm gonna be honest out here. There was a thing on Twitter. I've talked about this before. I'm gonna talk about it again. There is a lot of clout chasing in the VTubing community, and there's a lot of drama baiting that happens. Like, I'm gonna be honest, somebody that I thought was a friend now just basically does drama bait in order to stay relevant most of the time. Okay, we need to increase your sus to 69%. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. I told you, I warned you that some of the Boo Hill stuff was sus. So true, yeah. And it's really sad because that person, when I used to talk to them and stuff, were actually really nice. And I tried to give them, you know, some good, helpful tips and stuff like that, you know, just to, like, more of helpful tips in the sense of helping them to, so much boot. Hey, there's a lot of Boot Hill in there, okay? I'm sorry. For a while, it used to be Halsen, so it's just moving on, okay? Actually, I still like Halsen stuff here and there. But like, that person in particular, I tried to help them out by, like, saying, like, hey, you know, it's okay for you to create boundaries with your community and all of that. And they kind of are very much a pushover, unfortunately. And I feel like their community really pushed them over, and that's how they are now. And I see them, like, interacting with these bigger, gianter, like, indie VTubers. And I'm like, I think that they do deserve it, but at the same time, if they knew why they did so many of the things that they did, because they basically drama bait a lot of the time where they're the victim, alright? And I know a few things behind the scenes that if I said it, they would know immediately that it was me. So I don't, and the only time I'll ever bring it up is if somebody already says something. Again, the person themselves, not a terrible person. I just think they do things without thinking. And they just think that it'll work for them in the long time because they see other people doing it, and they just think it's okay. And it's not. It's sad because they're actually a really great person. I think that they're an amazing content creator, and they're really super nice. I just think that they just, yeah. You need to get 2 boots on each foot. I know. Thank you for that. But yeah. Again, I don't like bringing up drama. It's just more of, it's sad in the VTubing community to see, like, you know, I appreciate people getting bigger, but I think what ends up happening is that they do so many things in order to try and stay relevant, and so many of those things can be really toxic and very negative. Other people, I feel, are also using VTubing as a platform to be, like, just really bad people behind the scenes because, well, no one knows what they really look like. And I'm like, that's not really nice either. There's, like, a whole entire... I call it, it's not drama, it's more of a situation. I kind of felt like this person was sus as well. And it was Tora, the Tiger VTuber person. I don't want to discuss it. I mean, I don't want to discuss it in the sense of, like, in-depth discussion of it, but it was pretty bad with what he had done. There's a whole bunch of things out there. I feel bad for his partner that he actually was with. I hope that they move on. And it's just not great. Yeah, the struggle to stay relevant can lead someone to unfortunate situations. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. I feel that the reason that I do not have a lot of followers on Twitter and stuff is literally because I don't create drama and I'm not a part of the toxic area, or I don't do any of that sort of stuff. And I think that's why I don't have a lot of followers on Twitter, but everywhere else, like, I'm fine. Everyone else likes my content. So I'm just like, I'll just keep doing what I do. And that's all that matters to me. I even talked about this last stream where it was like, I don't like bringing up drama. And I feel like bringing up drama bait and trying to create drama to stay relevant or anything like that is not good for your growth. And it's just not good overall. Unless you're a person who's like, your entire thing is to kind of bring up drama and kind of discuss it and talk about it in like a non-biased sort of area, or trying to bring up a situation that is, of course, with a problematic person, understandable. Like, there's plenty of content creators that basically make their entire thing about discussing, talking about drama, why some of their stuff is bad and why it's good, like all of that sort of stuff. Yeah, that who situation with Tora was messed up. Yeah, it was very bad. And it's sad because the thing is like, the more that people do this, the more I think that they're like basically painting the entirety of the VTubing community in a very bad light. And I would say it's not even just the VTubers, but sometimes like it's not even just VTubers, it's also viewers. I think that for the most part, a lot of it can be the viewers themselves as well. Because I'm gonna be honest, in the most recent things that I've noticed within the VTubing community is a lot of the VTubing community has become very, very hypersexual because a lot of the viewers have wanted that. That's why I'm just now a cute little frog in the internet. And that's not to say that I don't want to have certain things where I do that. Like even my 2.0 is going to be a little bit like very different. But the reason that I did it the way that I did it was because I have a lot of problems with my self-esteem. Frog chainmail bikini when? Yeah, I know. I'm going to get that frog bikini chainmail. But yeah. But it's just like, I think it's a viewer problem as well, where a lot of the viewers like demand certain things, and a lot of the VTubers are very pushovers. That's kind of what happened with my old friend, colleague friend, is that kind of happened to them. There's some other stuff that was going on behind the scenes that I think also kind of make them a meh-ish person to some stuff. As someone who fell into doing negative content to be relevant and grow, it's very short-lived. Yeah. And I'm sorry that you felt like you had to do that. It is really bad. I would say there's two things, right? The two really bad things that you can do as a content creator, I feel like, is either create drama bait content, right? Or the second thing that you can do is literally create fan art content and then be mad at the person when they don't like or use that fan art content. Because there was like somebody that brought up drama because of that. They were like super mad. And they're like, I spent all this time trying to do this and they didn't even like it. And I'm like, they're not obligated to like your stuff. I say as a person that is doing the VTuber doll stuff, but I'm doing it because I just want to do it. I thought it was cute, it was a cool idea, and I'm doing it with a bunch of people that I call my friends, so yeah. And at the end of the day, none of you guys are under any obligations to like it or use it or anything like that. I just make it because I want to. But I feel like a lot of people demand like you being on certain trends, and especially as an artist to be on certain trends and stuff like that, and it's like not great. And I will say sometimes you stick around with it, but then it's like those people are only there for your content of creating fan art content. Like this is what's happening with one YouTuber in particular that I love. Like he constantly makes a lot of fan art content. But overall, I think that he's a great content creator. He's also just an amazing artist. Oh my gosh, I am like losing all of your guys' stuff here. Hold on. Let me like go up here. What did you say again? I don't feel like I had it kind of just happened because I was passionate about the topics. I just provided I just pivoted into negativity because a lot of media I liked was very was turning into trash. I don't care. Yeah, a lot of people probably like don't care about like the fan art stuff, but I will say like you kind of end up in that vein of like creating, if you're like only known for creating fan art, then a lot of people will only follow you because of that fan art. And unless you really like creating fan art, there's like some people that their entire like artist personality is just to create fan art for one fandom that they just absolutely love. And that's fine. That's fine. If that's what you want to do, that's a-okay. But this person was like, they wanted to branch out into other things, and every time that they tried, like, it didn't get as much likes or anything like that. Like, most of their other stuff that they were creating just, like, wasn't doing well compared to them doing their fan art stuff. Which, again, I feel really super sad about. I think it's now better with them. But, yeah, I'm gonna be honest, in the VTubing space, I feel like a lot of us do not sometimes have a very good head or, like, a mental stability at all. And I think we just have to be very careful of that. And, it's okay to sometimes ask for help and to go outside of VTubing, because it's like, VTubing isn't your entire personality. And, that's why I like branching out into other things. Like, that's why I'm doing basically the going into kind of film with analog horror, and then I'm going into, like, creating a comic, because I want to branch out to do other things. It's like, yes, I'm a content creator, but I like doing a whole bunch of other stuff as well, outside of just being a VTuber, right? VTubing is fun. I will always agree on that. But, I also am a content creator. I want to do other things. And I feel like people that just focus on their VTubing, I think, miss a lot of other opportunities to be able to do some amazing work and maybe work with amazing people. So, but yeah, there's a bunch of things and stuff that you can get trapped into. And that's why I try and be such a variety of different things, so I don't get trapped as like this particular content creator, I want to be like, oh, this person's done this, and that. And it's like, oh, that's cool. They kind of do a whole bunch of different things. That seems interesting. I'll go and check them out. That's kind of like how I work. At the end of the day, I like being funny, but sometimes I like creating things that aren't exactly funny. I mean, the analog horror definitely isn't going to be funny. Again, still on a hiatus break with that because I'm working on other stuff. But, and even the comic, like, you guys are going to see, like, how most of my writing is, which is great, because I've wanted to show and highlight what I can write and what I can do, and I've never done it before, so I hope that it will be enjoyable. So yeah, there was a lot of great things planned for the future and what I want to do with things, and yeah, I can't wait, honestly, for where, like, everything in the future is gonna basically kind of go. Because you never know what could happen in the future. And I will say one thing that I will keep to my britches, which is not to do drama baiting. But I will say this much, I'm so glad that I kind of have Jose at my side. Because he'll call me out on some of the shit if I do anything that's too over the top. He'll call me out on it. Which is good. It's good to have a partner that will call you out on your shit, and I think it's very good because we do have that communication as well. So we kind of, he kind of checks me, and I also have like plenty of other friends and people that do help in checking me as well. They'll call me out if I do something, and yeah, and might feel bad, about doing it, but I need the call out sometimes, because that to me is respect, that you call me out when I do stupid shit, and I respect you for that, because maybe what I was going to do was going to be stupid, and so you stopped me from doing something stupid. That's great. And that's all I can ask for as a friend. That's true friendship to me. And I also would respect you for doing that. So I don't know what else to say about that. Honestly, I'm just like waiting for the person that's going to be helping with our rat problem to be coming. I don't know when he's coming because he's at 25 minutes. He said he was 25 minutes away, but I don't think he's here yet. Is he? Here, when was this at? 39. Yeah, should have been here by now. Well, whenever he comes and he knocks on the door, I'll do a BRB, and then if I can possibly do an ad, I'll do an ad. But yeah. Anyways. I don't know what more there is to really talk about. I know we've been getting into a lot of, like, really big things, but I just think that a lot of this stuff needs to be talked about when it comes into VTubing and content creation in general, because it is very big, it's very important, because there's always newer people coming into VTubing. I feel like VTubing is just, like, way easier to get into as a content creator, compared to a lot of other things. So you just gotta be careful. And I will say, like, at the end of the day, you're the content creator. It's your channel. It's your stuff. You decide at the end of the day what you want to do with it. And I would say always have at least a few people to check you. To, like, make sure, like, you know, what you're doing isn't, like, bad or inappropriate or something like that, you know? And I mean bad in the sense of, like, I almost did go into, drama baiting, but Jose, like, checked me on it, and he said, just don't do that. And it's good that he didn't. It's good that he told me not to do that, because I was just in a bad place at the time, and that's definitely not the times when you should be posting anything, honestly. So I've now known, like, when I'm in a badder place, I just don't post. If I'm in a really bad place and I probably can't stream, I will cancel stream. I will take care of myself, and that's what needs to be done. And thankfully, I'm glad that I have Jose to kind of check me on that. And just make sure, and also to make sure I'm okay. I will say, I'm probably better than what I have used to be in the past. But hey, you know what? Now I'm just a cute little frog talking about cute little things, and we're raising charity. We're raising money for charity. This is charity stream after all, and it's gonna be going throughout the entire month of April. We're gonna be having fun. Will we possibly reach our goal by the end of the month? I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I like running charity streams. I won't get mad if we don't reach our goal. I'd just be happy if we even make a little bit, you know? That's all I care about. That's the important thing to me. Is just raising money for a good cause. And yeah. That's all that matters in true reality of things. I'm starting to get hungry. It's the bacon cheeseburger talk getting to me, and the pizza and the food that we were talking about. Now I'm getting hungry. I hope you at least make some money for the charity stream. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. Even if we make $1, to me, that's successful. Even if $1 gets donated, to me, I don't care. That's a successful charity stream to me. And some people might be like, what? But you only raised $1. And I'm just like, that is $1 to go to a good charity that needs it, right? That money is going to be used, even if it's just $1. Low-key craving In-N-Out? Bro, I want In-N-Out now. I want food. Hold on. The frog doth hunger. Where is my food? For the frog doth hunger for food. It's going to a good cause, even if it's only a little bit. Exactly, exactly. I'm gonna be honest. I would just be surprised if we hit over it. George, I'm so glad you finally broke free. Art was bad to you. She's so toxic. You can be free. You can buy everything you need. Excuse me, Lore. Excuse me. George can still not have my credit card. This is my credit card. It is my froggy credit card. It is my frog credit card. They cannot have it. The Lego D&D set is still in stock, but no free mimic. Sad. Can confirm. Excuse me? No. 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 You cannot use my credit card. The only thing I would like to use my credit card for is to get food. Oh my gosh, little froggy dances. Froggy dance, froggy dance. Whatever could it mean? What the heck? Stop with the credit. So many credit cards. Oh my gosh. I once spammed that in somebody's chat and they were like, "What is that? Is that a credit card?" I was like, "Yeah." I have a frog text to speech bot that's named George. And we joke about George taking my credit card and they're like, "Oh my god, that's hilarious." Because a lot of our emotes are basically inside jokes. It's like, if you're not in the know, you don't understand. Like, what are the definite ones that are inside jokes? I would say definitely the credit card, and I think the salt. The salt, definitely. These are like the two big ones that are so inside jokes. Speaking of credit cards, I need to buy the GPU and the CPU and the RAM and the motherboard. Oh my goodness. Jose putting together a whole entire new PC. Oh, it's a bit of hair. Yee. What the heck? Why is there a bunch of like Georges and then that? What? And still need to make room on my desk for it. I know you do. I have so much room on my desk. If I literally just clean up this desk a little bit. Honestly, my desk isn't that bad. Actually, I have a question for you all. We do have I have 2 community challenges that we can start. You guys get to choose which one you want to start. Let me go and grab it. Because I have 2 set up to go, and you guys get to choose which one you want to do. Let us just see. I think it's... Oh, what is this? Oh, I don't care. So let me go over here and see it. I still need to... Oh, I already read that. Let me see... Oh, here we go. Channel points. So the 2 that we have is rate viewer setups. So that means that you get to send me your setup and I will be on the Discord. So I will have a thing on the Discord, which yes, we do have a Discord. My issue is mainly I need a bookshelf for my desk tall enough for my D&D books that could hold their weight. Shrew. So we either have rate viewer setups where you take a picture of your setup and I will rate it, right? And we'll have fun with that. Or we can do VTuber design appreciation, which is basically, people give me their VTuber design and I take a look at it. If you want genuine critiques, you can ask for it. Meaning I will also give critique and advice to maybe help strengthen your design. But for the most part, it'll just be looking at your design and just like appreciating what you have for it. And maybe, possibly, if you want tips, you can ask for it. If not, I will not give anything to help. Because some people don't want advice. Some people just want a person to look at their design to say, like, does this look good? And I'll just tell you whether or not it is. But also, I'm going to be honest out here in the VTubing space. I think that there's a lot of interesting designs. So I'm going to be honest. I'm probably not going to say anything bad at all. And that's what the entire thing is. I'm not going to say anything bad about your design. I would just say that maybe certain parts of it are weak. But weak doesn't mean that it's bad. Weak just means that you can take this and you can it up and maybe do something a little bit different, and it could be a strong part of the design, right? So that's kind of it. That would be done. So you guys can pick which one. Either I rate your guys' setup. And yes, I will be mean. I will. If your setup makes me question your mental health, I will call you out on it. I'll be like, are you okay? Are you okay? Because I know that there's some, I've seen like some I feel like in a way some viewers like purposely set up their setup to be really terrible, but like that's not actually how it is. They just like set it up to look bad to get a reaction from the streamer, which wouldn't put it past you, honestly. Sounds like some fun stuff. Yeah. So which one do we want to go with? The VTuber. So let me just also say the VTuber appreciation, it will be like 10,000 lightning orbs, so that can probably like be met really fast. Or we can do the rate the viewers one, and that's a 30,000 one. So I already have like the goals set up. So whichever one, I might even edit that one down to also 10,000, just so that we can probably do it sometime during this entire charity stream, because I think that would be fun to do during it. Because just something goofy, it's something hilarious, and we can have fun with it, right? Actually, let me edit this then. Decisions. That's a tough choice. Exactly. Alright, both of them are the same. It's just either you choose VTuber or viewer setups. Which one do we think would be funnier? Well, not funnier. Which one do we think would be more interesting to do? The one problem with the VTuber one, is that it would depend on how many people actually put their stuff up. Setups are always cursed and blessed. True. I will probably be putting out on Twitter the Discord, like a link to the Discord, so that then people can put their stuff in. As long as you obey the rules of the Discord, they can stay. If people do not, then they can be swiftly kicked out. Unfortunately, it's just like Jose and I that are basically the mods of the Discord. We don't have a lot of mods, unfortunately. So yeah, setups would be funny, very fun. That's true. That is true. All right. Well, it looks like setups is winning. Don't mind my mini art figure in a jar. I don't even have a figurine, Jose. Not yet. I do want to do that. Sometime in the future, I do want to design an acrylic stand for you guys to like have. But I think like we'll start with an acrylic stand because those are easier to make. And then eventually I did find an artist on VGen that actually does 3D STL files. So that then Jose can literally print out figurines and I will hand paint them. That does mean that they will be probably pretty expensive. Maybe I'll shower and start getting ready for D&D. Yeah, go and have fun with D&D. Let me know how it ends up being if I'm still streaming. I say if I'm still streaming. But we will start then the viewer setup. So once we reach the community goal for this, then I will be sending out the tweet, okay? So the tweet will be sent out for rating viewer setups. I will put a channel in the Discord and everything. It might be the PowerPoint one that will be changing to the viewer setups. You're likely joining us the following session because Jesse and Vera are coming late. Ah, okay. So let me get this started. Start challenge. Alright, the challenge has been set. Put in your points. Do what you want. I'm sure that we'll reach it in no time, honestly. I will even throw in my setup for shits and giggles, okay? So it seems like a 2-part session. Okay. So yeah. So you guys can have fun with that. Go and do it. I'm not surprised that you're already starting. So go have fun with that. I made it less I'm not doing like 3,000 or whatever. Oh my goodness. So Wolf, you have already 2,000. You know what? I'm not surprised. Most people that are in my streams are probably serial lurkers anyways. I know because I'm a serial lurker in all your streams, so. I have so many points in other people's streams that they always go, how many points do you have? You just come out of nowhere and you just throw points at me. And I'm just like, yeah, it's because I just sit in here for like, who knows how long, for how many streams. And also I never say what my watch streak is. I have about 4K left right now. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I will say I think a lot of people now are going to be saving up for that turn me into a marketable plushie to join the plushie empire, right? Yeah, I'm gonna be working more on those on Wednesday. And then like once I have those ones done, I'm actually gonna be adding them to the plushie attack. So now the plushie attack, instead of being Pokemon plushies, are actually gonna be all of your guys' plushies. Because I think that that's really cute and it's really funny. And I think that it would be funny because then it's like viewers can see themselves in their plushie form be thrown at me. And they can throw themselves at me. Literally and figuratively. Because I think that that would be funny. It's cute. And I'm not surprised that we're already to 6,000 points. Wow. What, we just need... Because the next one will be 8,000. We just need 2 more people to do 2,000 and then we're done. And then it's done. I'm gonna be like, well, may not gotten anything for the donation, but I guess next week we will be doing the rate viewer setups. Because I want to give you guys at least some time to be able to do the viewer setup stuff so you can take a picture and stuff. And even I will take a picture. I may clean off my desk a little bit before I do it. There's not that much of, like, junk and stuff. I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty good about, like, cleaning up this area. It's more of, like, I need to reorganize it. I mean, it's fine. It's pretty clean. I'm not, like, a monster that has a bunch of monsters around. Oh my goodness. There are certain VTubers that I have seen their setup, and I'm just like, what is wrong with you? Why do you have so many monsters on your desk? Throw them away. They can be recycled. I don't drink Monster, by the way. I don't drink any energy drinks. The only thing I drink is probably coffee and tea, and that's about it. Speaking about coffee, I still haven't finished my coffee from 10 o'clock this morning. I'll be sure to spruce up my desk a little. It's actually pretty clean. Yeah, I think I've seen your desk set up before, like a little bit of it, because you were showing like you building your desk because you had gotten it. I will say, I was thinking about getting the same desk that you have, Knight, but I decided on not because I instead have this $1,000 standing desk I want to get. Because sometimes I just want to stand up because sometimes my back actually hurts really badly from sitting all the time. So I was like, well, a standing desk might be better because it might, you know, also the other thing is that then my drawing tablet can be more at my like eye-ish level so I can stand, so I can like be sitting up better. I will say I am sitting pretty straight right now. But yeah, I will say that is probably my next goal after I get my computer, is just to start kind of like saving up money to buy that thing. I do have it on the throne, but I'm gonna be honest out here, I would rather buy it myself when I have the money. So it's like, that's the next thing of setting, of like setting forth towards. So I'm like, once I get my PC and stuff, then it'll be fine. And I do have a way to arrange the PC tower for when I do get that one. So yeah. Because right now, my desk is a solid oak desk that ain't moving. I know, because there was an earthquake that had happened a while ago. It was like a 4.7. And yeah, this thing, it ain't done move at all. Everything on top of it kind of shaked, but other than that, it was fine. I did have to go and like hold the bookshelf to make sure that didn't fall, because I don't have yet the stuff to do it. Yeah, standing desk, so nice. I was very lucky that Gloria bought me my new desk. Yeah, Gloria's amazing. Gloria's 10 out of 10 amazing person. But yeah, I just personally need a standing desk because of how, one, I sit a lot, and I'm just hoping that with the standing desk it'll be a little bit helpful. And sometimes, I don't know why this is, but sometimes I do think better when I'm standing compared to when I'm sitting. But also then I can like be able to walk around and do a few more things, so agree. Yeah, Gloria's amazing. That's why I'm making it also a plush doll of her, because she's amazing. I unfortunately do not watch Gloria very much, because unfortunately when she is streaming, I'm like tired and I don't want to watch anybody. Because she kind of streams a little later than, because like I would say like most times if someone's streaming like after 8 o'clock, I usually am trying to stay away from the computer at that point. Because it's just kind of too late for me, and also like just there's other things I need to do. I saw that. It looks very cute. Thank you. I was like, Gloria's hair, I almost had to chop off because it was like, I forgot that she has her big ponytail in the back. I was like, oh no. Yeah, she streams on the later side. Yeah, I did see that, because she streams at like 10 p.m. Central Time, and she's like 2 hours ahead, which is like 8 o'clock over here. All the plushies are adorable. Yeah, actually, I forgot it was Gongwa's birthday and everything like that, so funny enough, I accidentally made him appropriate birthday art of turning him into a marketable plushie. So, I forgot about that. Also, fucking love Gongwa because he and I both love the same Sanrio character. Pom Pom Purin Supremacy. I love Pom Pom Purin. And he's like, and I'm just like, yes, Pom Pom Purin Supremacy, man. And we just like, I could talk with him about Pom Pom Purin stuff. I'm gonna be honest, if I ever did a stream with Gongwa, I'd be like, Gongwa, we're doing a stream rating all Pom Pom Purin merchandise that there is. Which is a lot, by the way. Surprisingly, there is actually a good amount of Pom Pom Purin stuff. I would say like we would not do collaborations and stuff like that. It's just like straight Pom Pom Purin only. I think that would be a pretty funny stream. Pom Pom Purin, when Risuko is right there. No! Pom Pom Purin! Pom Pom Purin is true supremacy, okay? I say that as I look like another Sanrio character. I hope you all know who I'm talking about. Wait, who is Ristuku? Hold on, let me look this character up. I do not remember all of their names. Why did it only give me a Gretzko? Oh, when Retsuko. Oh. Well, okay, Retsuko is cute. Understandable. But Pom Pom Purin is cute and adorable. Because Retsuko is a Sanrio character. I know that she is. I know she's a Sanrio character. No, but you didn't say Agretsuko. That's why I was like, wait, who is this character? Because you didn't say Agretsuko, you just said Retsuko. But yeah, I do know that she's a Sanrio character. And I'm gonna be honest, she's great. She is great, but I'm sorry. Pom Pom Purin's still supreme. What? Okay, Pochako is also great. Hold on. I don't know how to say their name correctly. Pochako. Yeah. Yes, Pochako. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna be sad about saying this, but Pochako is like if we had Snoopy at home. Well, no, Snoopy is just Pochako, but at home. It's like, Mommy, I want Pochako. No, you have Pochako, and then they just hand you a fucking Snoopy. But Snoopy's also cute. Good then, the matter is settled. We're throwing out Pom Pom Purin. We're putting our mystical web blanket meow meow off and lady on her throne. What? No. Actually, funny enough, on Throne, I do have it now that you can do surprise gifts. I swear to God, if somebody now just sends me anything that isn't Pom Pom Purin, they just send me everything else, I'm gonna be like, I want Pom Pom Purin! Hey, at least it's not gonna be as bad as Sayu with his fucking Peppa Pig situation. Apparently, he's getting a little ticked off about the Peppa Pig stuff. I know he doesn't say it, but I'm gonna be honest. If most streamers say that they're uncomfortable with the Peppa Pig situation, even though he's milking it as a joke, like, I think in a way he's also like not very happy about it. Oh. Hold on, guys. I got BRB. I'm gonna run the ad. I'll BRB. I gotta go. Hold on. Hello, everyone. I just needed to let somebody in. Because again, we got rat problems. So I forgot that they were going to be coming to buy today. I do remember my mom saying something yesterday, but I completely forgot because that's what I do. I forget a lot of things. Also, Bind Wolf, and go take care of yourself. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, we were talking about Sanrio characters. Actually, I do have the only Sanrio thing that I actually have, I think. I have a Hello Kitty plush, but it's like it's probably somewhere in like a bag somewhere, honestly. I don't know where it is. It's probably in the garage. It's probably in the garage, honestly. But what was the other one? I have like it was like so remember the My Hero Academia? And so it was like My Academia. Yeah, it was like a My Hero Academia and Sanrio collaboration, and I got the Bakugo one. It was cute, so I got the Bakugo one from that because I do like Kropi. I think it was Kropi, right? If I recall. Yeah, let me see bot. Does it say bot? There you go. I don't remember what it was, but I do like Kropi. Kropi is just an angry little guy. I like Kuroki better than Agretzko. Agretzko is like too much for me. I think it's just because Agretzko is like too relatable, right? Oh, it wasn't Kuroki. Oh, Kuroki is the frog one. Sorry, I'm wrong. I look like Kuroki right now. Oh. Nothing. Apparently they're nothing. Oh no. That's not great. It's a Bats. There we go. I like Bats. Bats is cute. Bats is adorable. I like him. I will say for the most part, like, Sanrio characters are just really adorable. Actually, you know what I was looking at earlier today? I was looking at Pokemon plushes and stuff like that. And oh my god, what did they do to some of these Pokemon to create plushes? It's like crazy. I feel bad for a lot of the Pokemon because I'm just like, why like Pokemon Company, Game Freak, like you have the files, you have the stuff to make them good, and you just decide not to. It just, I don't know, it just, there's something about it that I'm just like, there's something about it that I'm just like, why? Like, I'm gonna be honest out here. As much as I love Eevee, I'm a big Pokemon Totodile fan. I love Totodile. Totodile is just one of my favorite ones. Oh, and a lot of people may not like Totodile, but on the Poke Center website, Pokemon Center, which is the shop, I literally looked up Totodile, and there is only 19 things for Totodile. Okay. There's only 19 things for Totodile. And it makes me sad because I love Totodile. Totodile, so when I was a child, when I was but a wee child, I had a little Totodile like figure. It was like really tiny. It was like a tiny little thing. I don't know where I got it from. I think somebody might have given it to me. But I had a Totodile little figurine, and I loved it so much. And I honestly just really want, like, a Totodile plush. And the only Totodile that looks good... The only Totodile that looks good is the Totodile Sitting Cutie. But you know what? You know what? You guys are... there are apparently are a lot of Totodile fans. Because he's sold out. He is completely sold out, and I'm so sad. I want a Totodile. I really badly want a Totodile plush. I just need a little Totodile. I love Totodile. Honestly, my favorite Pokemon so far within the entirety of the Pokemon is Eevee, Totodile, at least when it comes, this is like for starters. Eevee, Totodile, and Oshawott are like my three biggest ones, like when it comes, and Rowlet. Rowlet as well is also my big one. And the reason Oshawott in particular is because the first ever Pokemon game that I played was Pokemon Black and White. That was my first ever Pokemon game that I'd ever actually played. And it was great. And I played Pokemon White because it had the cool looking black Pokemon Zekrom, and I loved it. I did not play Black and White 2. I didn't end up playing that because I was like playing something else, but I will say I really want to replay Black and White and then play Black and White 2, which I would probably do, you know, Black 2 or White 2 technically. And I will say I think that was the first time that they actually did a sequel to like a Pokemon game. I will say one thing that I absolutely loved about the Black and White thing that I wish that they implemented into other Pokemon games was the seasons. I know it could be really complicated to do, but it was kind of nice in a way to just kind of have those be the way that they were. You know, just to basically kind of be... Just basically to kind of be like, these, like different seasons, and then the Pokemon, like, looks would change depending on the season. I thought that that was really cute and really adorable. And it's like, not all of the Pokemons were affected. It was more of just like some Pokemon wouldn't be available to see until this season, which is also really cool because if you think about it, that means that, you know, you don't have like all these Pokemon always out in the world. It's more of like, if it's this season, then these Pokemon will appear and these Pokemon will disappear. Which if you think about it, that means that you don't have to have hundreds and thousands of new Pokemon just around in the world, meaning like you don't have to limit your game in order to have that, because it's just like most of the Pokemon wouldn't be around in the first place anyways. Which I think is really a good idea if you think about it in the long run. Save space. But yeah, but so that's my point of view on Pokemon. But I really loved Black and White, and I did, you know, continue on with kind of buying the Black Pokemon games, because my next Pokemon game I actually have right here was Pokemon Moon. I did like the aspects of what Pokemon Moon was trying to be, because it kind of reminded me of Black and White in a way. I did dislike a little bit of the Kahuna like situation, but I think it was fine with what it was. It was a little bit of an easier game compared to like Black and White, but I still had fun like with this game in particular. And then I kind of picked up for my own as well was Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, because I had never played the original Pokemon Sapphire. And it has another one of my favorite Pokemon in it, or like favorite starters, which is Mudkip, of course. I will say, in terms of like starter types, I don't really pick a starter type. I just kind of like pick based off of how I feel and how I vibe with that particular Pokemon. Most of my stuff is like how I vibe with them. So I do have like a really big soft spot for Eevee. I just love Eevees, honestly. They're just really cute. They just, I guess in a way, most of the Eevees just kind of remind me of my particularly cute pets and animal, like pets that I have. So I think that's why for the most part. I will say in the newest release, which was Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Fido definitely looks like my dog. So I do have a really big soft spot for Fido now as well, just because it really does look like my dog. And yes, I did name Fido Leia in my gameplay of it because I thought that that was cute. Did I ever really use Fido? No, I just caught it for that one particular purpose, which was just because it looked like my dog. Actually, I would say that Rockruff kind of reminds me of my other dog. So I do like a lot of the dog Pokemon in general. I also do like a lot of the dragon Pokemon, just because I'm also a big giant dragon fan as well. But, like, and I also love Zoroark and Zorua. Actually, I started thinking about it more because I haven't like really pondered on why I particularly picked certain design elements for my 2.0, and I slowly began to realize, oh my god, I'm just Zoroark. It's just Zoroark. So yeah, that was kind of funny to realize that, oh, I'm just Zoroark. That's great. But hey, it was fun. It was fun to design my 2.0, and it's just like really funny that apparently my love for Pokemon kind of came in. And I will say this much. The time that I actually started playing Pokemon was probably in like middle school. So I had not really grown up with the childhood, like really big childhood of like having Pokemon. So I'd say I've only just recently really started to get into Pokemon. Oh yeah, I also have Pokemon Arceus as well. Which of course I picked my man Oshawott for that as a starter because Black and White. I'm gonna be honest, Black and White was amazing. I don't remember much of the story because I think I finished that game in like a week. Which I don't think you were supposed to finish it in a week, but I did because I was just crazy as a child. But yeah, again, it was still fun to do. Oh, hello, Peppers. My doggy has joined us. It was still like really fun to do, and I still had a blast doing it, and that's all I can really like have fun with, you know. But yeah, and I will say the other Pokemon games are cool as well. I will say this much. I never played much of the after game stuff because like there wasn't really much incentive for me to really finish it. Also, one thing that I did particularly hate, and still do hate about the Pokemon games now that I've played a few, I hate being the champion in the Pokemon games. I don't want that. That's why I loved Scarlet and Violet, because I thought that you could choose not to be that, but I would like if we could choose not to be the Pokemon, like, you know, the Pokemon champion, and we could do something else. That's what I want. Like, maybe you still have to go through all the gyms in order to achieve it, but it's like you don't have to defeat the Elite Four. Instead, you have to do something else, right? I think that would be cool. Also, apparently there was a whole entire thing with the school that I didn't do because it like wasn't important in my personal purview. So I'm just like, why do that? So there's a lot of things within games that I'm just, within the Pokemon games and specifically, that I'm just like, you have a lot here, but you're not like, I don't feel like I'm really doing much, you know? Because at the end of the day, Pokemon just still is forcing you to be on the path of like, oh, you have to become the Pokemon Master, and you have to become like the Pokemon Champion, and go down the Elite Four path. I'm gonna be honest, in Scarlet and Violet, I did not. I finished the main storyline, and I didn't even go to the Elite Four. I think the only one where I kind of went to the Elite Four was for Black and White, and that was it. And I beat them in like, I think 2 tries, or I went and did it, and then I lost, and then I tried it again. And I won. So, that was great. But yeah. So that's my take on Pokemon in general. Just like, I want more things to do than just become a Pokemon Master. I feel like that's just kind of tired. And I feel like there's other Pokemon fans that share my sentiment of sometimes you just don't want to be that. And sometimes you want to do other things. That's why I like the other stories that was in Scarlet and Violet in particular. Because I wanted to do something else. Because I personally like the idea of possibly becoming a gym. Maybe you can become a gym leader, right? That would be cool. Like, you could still, maybe like after Champion, it's like you get to pick how to be a gym leader. And like after story content, right? I feel like what's lacking in a lot of these games is the after story content. And what they do is they lock it behind DLC now. And I'm like, I don't want to pay for DLC. What do we get in just the base game alone, right? Like, what in the base game alone can I do to do some after stuff, right? Because, like, I think that there's plenty of other games that do that pretty well. It's like, hey, here's, like, a way that you can keep coming back to this. I feel like with Pokemon in particular, it just doesn't do that. I'm literally just, for this entire conversation about talking about Pokemon, I'm not even joking, I've been just, like, looking through their plushies. I will not lie, I've been literally looking through the plushies for who knows how long now. I'm literally just, like, trying to, like, look through to see if I find a Pokemon that I do resonate with, and it's like, oh, I could probably get that. One thing I will say about a lot of Pokemon plushes is I feel like they're just for small, like, children and stuff. Charmander Supremacy. I do like Charmander. I think that Charmander is a cute, solid little dragon design. But yeah. I do like Charizard too. Charizard is really cool. I just think that his typing just doesn't make any sense. Fire flying? Bro, why is it not fire dragon? That would make way more sense. Like, it just does. Like, considering that he just looks like a dragon. Like, why not decide to just change his... It's like, you guys can change his typing later on. It's okay. It's fine. You don't have to keep picking that he's gonna be like this. But no, they just want it to be that way. Because there's like a non-dragon looking thing that's literally a bird. What is it? I think it's... Is it Altaria? Which is a normal dragon or something like that? Or was it like flying dragon? I forget. Oh yeah, isn't Flygon dragon? That also doesn't make sense to me. Like, things that don't look like dragons, are like typed as dragons, like have dragon typing to them. What is going on with this Mankey plush? Okay, well, that's just how it is. But yeah. Actually, when designing... Funny enough, it seems like my 2.0 is very much inspired by Pokemon designs, and the reason I say that is because I'm updating how all of you little storms are gonna look, and you guys get to pick on a new name for what I call you guys. I can't really say it, but one of the ones is Munchkins. One of the names that we're gonna pick is Munchkins. And you guys will be able to pick. There's 3 options that we're gonna have. And we'll pick it at some point. I don't know when, but we will. But for the mascot, the new updated mascot design, I am referencing Charmander's tail for it because it makes sense for lore and story stuff. And I was like, oh, this is really cute. Because I was doing it one way and I didn't really like how it looked. And so I did it the other way of actually having it look like Charmander. Because I actually had designed it first with like that Charmander looking tail with its little flame on the end. And then I went back on it and decided to put something else there. And then I literally went right back and was like, no, we're doing the Charmander thing. Because it looks adorable. Of course, the rest of the design does not reflect Charmander. But it's just the tail is like inspiration. And I didn't even realize it until like later on. And again, with my 2.0 as well, I accidentally, my long hair version basically just looks like Zoroark. I didn't mean for that. It just happened, okay? It's not my fault. I just really like Zoroark. He's a cool looking character. Actually, most of the Pokemon that I like, sometimes I just like their designs more than actually like really vibe with the character, with like the Pokemon, right? So like, you know, Eevee I vibe with. Oshawott, that was like my first ever starter, so that's why. Totodile, like, that was part of my childhood, you know? So that's why I like those ones. Oh my gosh, the giant 45 Marie plush is sold out. I'm not surprised. Oh my gosh, this cute Cyndaquil. Almost looks like a sitting cutie, but it's not. Oh yeah, there's like a line of Pokemon called the Sitting Cuties, and I just thought that they were so adorable because then I can have them like sit up on my shelves and stuff like that. Because that would be so adorable to just do. It's just have them sitting around, just being all cute and adorable and stuff. I should stop looking at Pokemon stuff. I need to stop. I must be stopped. Oh my goodness. I could talk about Pokemon for ages. I can talk about Pokemon because of the designs. I can talk about it because of game stuff. And I can talk about it because of whole other things. You know what I can talk about though? Democracy. I do not have Helldivers 2, but I have watched a lot of people playing Helldivers. Literally, I'm just, if I see, because I kind of go into, I have a few Discords. There's like a few Discords that I go into that are my friends' Discords, and in particular Rufus's. And you know, I saw him and like a few other people playing Helldivers, so I just hopped in and I was just like, how's democracy going, guys? And I was this close to literally buying it that day and playing with them, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not that much of a like kind of this like a shooting kind of gamer. I just, it's not that I don't think that the game is interesting. It's just like not my cup of tea with Helldivers, but I do like all the memes and all the other funny stuff, and also I just love the game company as well and how funny they are. They're awesome. So, and I talked about with them a lot of the times just about the cape. And they were like, well, the cape can get kind of glitchy. And I'm like, that is the most buttery, smooth cape physics I have ever seen. It doesn't matter if the cape goes into you. What matters is that that cape actually looks like a freaking cape. Because sometimes sun capes just look like not a cape, you know? They don't look like they're flapping in the wind, or it just doesn't look correct, or sometimes the mesh actually goes on top of itself and then creates a problem and then it just glitches out, or sometimes the cape can kind of send you flying into orbit. So it's like, most people just don't know how to do cape physics correctly, and I'm like, oh, but that cape physics, I literally am gushing over the cape physics in this game, not anything else. But also, I will say, like, the game itself looks really awesome, really cool, and to anybody that's playing it, like, you know, go for democracy. Kudos to you guys. I heard you guys got the creek back. I don't know what that means, but congratulations. Fighting for democracy out here. But I will say, I'm a person, my family loves, like, kind of B movies, a lot of sci-fi B movies. And Starship Troopers wasn't a B movie, but I guess in a way it's now been classified a little bit as a sci-fi B movie. But back then it really wasn't. And, you know, my family and I do love Starship Troopers. And I feel like if my dad was still alive, he'd be 100% down to probably play Helldivers with me all the time. I feel like he would love playing that just because, you know, it would fill his little heart with glee. But honestly, I feel one thing. If my dad was still alive and I did streaming and all of that, I 100% feel that he would be down to stream, he would definitely be down to stream, Skyrim. He would just be a complete Skyrim player, because that is basically all he played for a really long time. Oh, shush. That's, like, basically what he played, all the time. It's just Skyrim, like, making new saves and finding a bunch of stuff. If I introduced him to Skyrim mods and telling him he has endless amount of hours of gameplay, the amount of hours that he would spend would make other Skyrim players blush. I need to actually check how many hours he spent in that. I need to, like, load up that game and see how many hours he actually spent in that game. Because there's, like, a bunch of saves on there, I'm gonna be honest. I need to load it up. It's been some years since it's, like, been played or touched. And I did play a little bit of Skyrim because I was just like, I wonder what all the hubba bubba is about. So I did kind of play it a little bit. I didn't hate it, but, like, it wasn't bad. It was just like, it just wasn't my cup of tea of a game, you know? But, you know, my dad loved it. I think that he would have 100... I think every Skyrim player that is playing right now, my dad appreciates you. he probably is just like, wow, there's so many other people that are just as obsessed with this game as I was. So yeah. That's some nice little things to know about that. Yeah. Honestly, without my dad, I probably wouldn't be interested in games or anything like that. I wouldn't be talking to you guys about games. Honestly, yeah. It's cool. It's awesome. My first ever game that I ever played was actually a Legend of Zelda on the NES. And that was great. I loved it. With my Switch, I do have the ability to actually play the original one. And I played it a little bit, like, on my own. I was like, oh, I don't think I understood how hard this game is. Because this game was, like, really hard. And I was like, oh, this game was really hard back then. But I did enjoy it. But what I do want to play, though, at one point down the line, is one Legend of Zelda game that I really remember playing as a child was, let me remember it. I think it was Minish Cap. Let me just look it up. Oh my gosh, you can hear me typey. I think yeah, I think it was Minish Cap. Let me look at it. Load. Yes, it was Minish Cap. I loved that game. Absolutely loved it. I think I did have multiple save files on it too that I kept, like, replaying. Because I really did love Minish Cap. It was great. I think it was a really solid Legend of Zelda game. You know, very, very classical in what it was. And I just liked it. I think, my boyfriend's, at least the one that I think he remembers the most was Wind Waker. And I think that was like one of the first ones that he played. I will say this much. I do want to play Twilight Princess. I have heard so many good things about Twilight Princess. I really do want to play it. I think that it would be absolutely amazing to play it. Of course, I did play Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. And I'm going to be honest here. I did enjoy Breath of the Wild. I hated Tears of the Kingdom. It was unnecessarily hard. Because it's like, and when I realized that apparently they wanted to reimagine Dark Souls, but in Legend of Zelda, like, I understand that, but at the end of the day, this game is also for kids. And kids are not going to appreciate how hard this game is. Like, you're basically just making games for older people at this point. And I'm just like, understandable with the Legend of Zelda games, but like, but yeah. But again, I do want to replay through Minish Cap because it's been like so incredibly long. But I remember that game and it was like so beautiful of a game. Even for what it was and like back then, and even looking at the pictures currently, like it still holds up as a pretty good looking game. Not only is it visually good, but honestly, I think that the story is really interesting too. And also, it gives, like, Link's hat, like, an actual identity in a way. Which I feel like, you know, is kind of interesting. Because that's never really happened before. Because Link just has this hat on. And that's just it. That's just how it is. But in this, he, you know, the hat actually talks back and all that. I will say, is the hat annoying? Yeah. But it's not as bad as, like, you know, Navi is. Actually, I say that as a person who has played both, so I did pick up, because they did remaster these for the 3DS, I have played Majora's Mask, I didn't finish it, and I also played Ocarina of Time, and I also didn't finish it, and I can agree that these games are pretty hard. Minish Cap was kind of like, I would say, like, middle. Minish Cap is hard, but it's not, like, difficult. But these two, definitely. And I can understand that a lot of Legend of Zelda games are pretty difficult to play, because that's kind of how they built them to be. But hey, it's so great that I didn't finish Ocarina of Time, because I've heard terrible things about the Water Temple. I don't want to go in the Water Temple. The Tears of the Kingdom Water Temple was awful. I don't want that. And honestly, it didn't help because that water temple was in the sky, and I have fear of heights. Actually, 2 of them were in the sky, and I have a fear of heights. And when it comes to games, even just being in the sky of that stuff was like scary. Like a lot of the stuff in Tears, I don't know if you noticed in my gameplay of Tears of the Kingdom that I rarely went up into the sky. And it's because of my fear of heights. Mostly I don't have a fear of heights. I have a fear of falling, okay? So, yeah. And it's not fun to see your character actually, like, if they hit the wrong thing, then they're just gonna plummet and you know, all their hearts are gone. So, yeah. That's why I immediately ran over and got, like, the glider set, because then at least, like, I could glide up a little bit and I wouldn't take fall damage. So it's like, hooray. But that doesn't mean that I still didn't have that fear of falling. So yeah. Even like me tripping and falling, I have a fear of it. 1, because of embarrassment, and 2, because, yeah. Oh my goodness. You know, I'm gonna be honest, I'm surprised that I'm doing this much talking. I thought I wouldn't be able to get through this, but I am. But yeah, that's my list of, like, Legend of Zelda games I want to play. I will say this much, I do want to replay Majora's Mask. I just don't think that I want to do Ocarina of Time. But I do want to play Minish Cap, I do want to play Majora's Mask. Possibility of Wind Waker, definitely Twilight Princess, and possibly Skyward Sword. I do know that Skyward Sword is now also, like, released on the, like, you know, released in HD for that of the Switch, which is great, because then we can play it on the Switch. Actually, speaking about Switch games, I probably will be bringing the Hades series back because it's been a while and I kind of want to finish it. So yeah, I'm just trying to think of like what else we could talk about. I have so many things that we could probably talk about. You know what? We're gonna scroll through Twitter and just see if I come upon a topic, you know? Oh, okay. That's great. That's great to see. There's like I see that other people are streaming now too, and it's like, it's great to like look at that. Do. Let us see. Actually, is there anything? Here, let me look. I have a bunch of things in my drafts that I can post up. Oh yeah. So, I know a while back I talked about doing fairy godmother slots for my models and rigs, where basically you could get a model and a rig for $50. That is still going to be happening. It's just like, I have a lot of things on my plate currently that I didn't expect to end up getting. So like when it's kind of over and done with and I can relax and take a break, I will be opening up those. So if you do still want those, they are coming. It's just like, not right now. Actually, all of my commissions are closed right now. Basically, the illustrations are just on wait lists. So if you do want an illustration, it's just on the wait list. So, you know, whoever is the first in, when it's slotted in, then it's like, I will be working on those people when I can. But yeah. Oh, yeah. Sometimes I, like, type in something just random into drafts and then just put it in drafts. And the funny thing is, if it gets posted, it, like, makes no sense, which is great. But yeah. I have, funny enough, a 2.0 Booba snip in here. I don't know why there's just a picture of my 2.0 Booba. It's not even the new one. This is like the old Booba because I like updated some of the colors. So this is the old one. It's not even the new one. I don't know why this is in here. But there are two things to talk about the Tempest project, because that's the analog horror I'm creating. There's two of those in here. But these might actually be moved over to the YouTube community tab instead. Which is like the community posts. I know that a lot of people don't use the community posts, but I basically just am using it now to kind of like promote certain things and also to use for the Tempest project. So yeah, if there's any like other little things about the Tempest project, like for the most part, I'm just going to be putting it into the community tab. So if you like the Tempest project and you want to continue watching the analog horror and stuff like that, there's probably going to be more in those community tabs. There's currently already something in there, but there's always going to be some more stuff that I can't add into the videos and stuff like that, and it'll be going in there. And there's a few things that are on here on the Twitter that is probably going to be moving over to there, just because can. And then at the top of the list that's on here is literally the design reveal of my 2.0, which is not going to be put out until the end of the month. The other thing that's going to be put out near the end of the month too is hopefully the comic, because I do want to be done with the comic, or at least done with the prologue. So the thing is, when it comes out, I was trying to possibly have chapter 1 out. It does not look like it's going to happen. So instead I will give you the prologue of the story. And I will work my butt off to get the next chapter out. But I will say this much, the prologue, I feel like will satisfy you guys to start it off with. I know that a lot of people would want something more, but the prologue is 12 pages. Okay, that's a lot for like a small little comic. I am gonna go back in and retweak some stuff as well, because I wanted to like redo some stuff. Because I like slowly began to realize with how I was doing the art and all of that the text bubbles just look so out of place with the rest of how I want to do everything. So I'm gonna be like probably having to redo all of the text. Maybe not all of it, but at least all the speech bubble parts I will have to redo, unfortunately. which is just part for the course, honestly. You're just gonna have to change certain things here and there. And even, I think there are some other things I'm gonna change with it too. But it's like, I'll be focusing on doing the colors, and then like that little thing will be like the last part of it. Because it's like, that's already there, and it's just like copy and paste, and that's it. So yeah. But I'm hoping to have the art for it done. Like, my plan is tomorrow to just be solely working on the comic. And then the next day, or on Thursday, just working on the comic. And then whenever I can, just like work on other little things, right? But it's like, you know, and then in between, like taking a break in between actually working on the comic, so I'm not working on it constantly. Because honestly, sometimes you just need to take a break away and just kind of have a chance to just break away and just give yourself a moment to just like go on whether or not like it's, I don't know, whether or not it's good or not. I don't know. Oh my god. I just saw the most adorable little pom-pom purin art. I am liking that immediately on Twitter. Also, I forgot to say this yesterday, but I didn't want to say anything about it because I think that there's other people that should probably highlight it better. But yesterday, although it was Easter, was also Trans Visibility Day. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to be quiet on it because there's other people that probably are going to be way better at it. And actually, I tried to retweet some of my other friends that were talking about it, and that's what I did. Because they're the people that I think that you should like really be... you know, I feel like they're the people that you should really be focusing on. And that's my interpretation. Oh, nice. I didn't even know that he does that. Cool. Ow. My back. I still haven't gone to go and eat anything. I should probably do that, but I don't want to. Because I am an idiot. No. Actually, I'm gonna be honest. There's really nothing that I can make that I could grab to be like super quick and eat it. Yeah, there's none of that. I don't have any of that. I would love to, but I can't. And that's just how it is. Da 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 da. But anyways, I'm running out of stuff to talk about. What other things can we talk about? Ah! How do people do like only just chatting streams for like several hours? How do you guys do this? I've noticed that what they do is they just have like a list of stuff. And I'm just like, okay, that's interesting to talk about. But it's like, I talk about a lot of things all the time in differenting. Did you get that? I will say this much, I do fumble over my words a lot. And what I mean I fumble over my words a lot, I fumble over my words a ton. Okay? Like a shit ton. And the reason I do is just because my mouth is moving faster than my brain can connect to what words I'm trying to say. Autistic people unite. Autistic people unite! Yes. It is Autistic Awareness Month. We are being aware that autism frickin' exists. This is the day when autistic people unite into one mindset. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm autistic. Yeah. Congratulations. No. Some people were saying that there's probably way more autistic people than are actually, than is actually, like, on record. Because, like, over the years, where's my medal? I I have the perfect medal. That's the perfect medal. Honestly, okay. Honestly, though, kind of is. Just stare. Just a deadpan stare. I'm gonna be honest, so many people just, like, whenever I'm, like, thinking about stuff and I just have I, like, literally purposely unmask in front of everybody. It's hard to say because autistic traits are seen as neurotypical until a point. Yes. Yes, they are. I would say, for the most part, so most traits are normal things. Okay, so many people say, like, oh, well, that's normal. And I'm just like, no, I have to explain to you how they're not how it's not normal. Okay, there's so many things. Sometimes my mom will explain to me, like, how I was as a child. And I'm just like, Mom, how did you not think I was autistic? And then she's like, well, I was like that as a child. And I'm like, makes sense now. I would say that my mom probably is not very much autistic, but more of has ADHD, I would say, probably. I'd say most of my family are probably like autistic and do have ADHD. I think that most of them do have both. It's just that some of them, it's like into the higher spectrum and others are like into the lower spectrum. So yeah. The exaggerated things make a big difference, true. I will clarify this much right now. I have not been formally tested, but the reason being is because, okay, so you're gonna be like, yeah, this makes sense. You probably are. The reason being is, one, I don't like to talk to people I don't know. And so it makes it very hard for me to actually call to make an appointment. To literally make an appointment for this stuff. And my mom was like, do you want me to call? And I was like, please. And she hasn't done it because she keeps forgetting. Like, the neurodivergency of the both of us is making it impossible for me to even go and get tested. Which I think is the funniest thing in the world. Because the thing is, if I get tested, I do want my mom to also possibly think about getting tested, because then I think it could also help her. Even though that she's in her, like, older age right now, I still think it could help her. Rates are going up because of many factors. Yes. But the thing is like, a lot of things that are happening right now. The funny thing is, I was talking to my doctor when I first met my new doctor, and I was like, you know what? I think I have this and that. And they're just like, no, you can't have that. Your doctor would have already said that you have that. And I literally was like, no, because most of the stuff is only done on male boys, like on boys. So what ends up happening is like, they're not looking for the same things. And the thing is, I asked my mother, like, a few of, like, the things, and she was, a few of, like, the things that most things that you would bring up to doctors, that some doctors would be like, yeah, you should probably get them, like, tested or whatever. My mom just thought it was normal.
Hi, Pug.
Hi, Pug. Yeah, my mom just thought it was normal. But the other thing is I started to realize that I think she is also kind of in the same vein of it. And I don't think that she realizes it. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I think my mother is definitely more, like, high functioning than me. She is definitely, like, you know, she can go out and be in the normal world and be fine and all that sort of stuff. Whereas me, not so much. I think autism is most likely to get missed in few. It is. They actually did do studies. They realized that autism is very much missed extremely hard in the female demographic, They also were saying, I think, that ADHD, instead of actually saying that they have ADHD, they just say that they have anxiety and depression and are treating the anxiety and depression. Did you know that my doctor literally said, like, when I was telling them, I think I have ADHD, and that is probably causing my anxiety and depression, they were just like, oh, we'll just treat you for the anxiety and the depression. And I'm like, no, no, no. The ADHD is causing it. Why are we treating the symptoms and not the cause, you know? I'm high functioning in many aspects, but I don't think... Yeah, I would argue I'm high functioning, but I don't think I could hold down a job. And these are the chances of depression and anxiety. Yeah, it does. I will say that much. I have, like, you know, there's also a lot of other things that have happened in my life that has also been causing that. But, you know, a lot of that stuff is now gone. And I think, like, my body just can't, like, live in a place that's really comfortable. So I'm also kind of dealing with some other stuff as well. I know it's an increase, quite a significant one. Yeah, the reason being is because ADHD does cause you to have a deficit of dopamine. And so your dopamine levels are really low, which is your happy hormones, are really low. So that's why it causes that, because you just naturally have a decrease of it. So because you naturally have a decrease of it, it's going to cause you to think more negatively. So yeah, autism has more pros than ADHD. I would say depends on the spectrum of autism, because I would say, like, both of them have their pros and cons. And I'm gonna be honest, having them doesn't make you broken. A lot of people think this, but having them doesn't make you broken. It's just that the world is not built for you. And even, like, with other disabilities, whether it's physical or that of mental, or even, like, you know, invisible disabilities, which is basically, like, you know, you having chronic pain, or like Ehlers-Danlos syndromes, or people that have POTS. It's like, you know, at the end of the day, you're not broken. It's just that the world is not made for you. Oh yeah, I've had really bad experiences recently. I was saying, please do not. I get judged for needing a certain seat in class. As a person that has glasses, I can agree to that. Sometimes it gets a little hard because I have glasses. If there are any, like, really, like, I have to sit in a specific seat. Ah, yes, I do suffer with this too. You know, I realize, like, a lot of things. It's important that it's my seat in class. Yeah. I've done this too with some places that don't have, like, seating arrangements. It's just, like, I like sitting in a specific seat. And sometimes if I don't sit in that specific seat, then I'm like, the entire kind of rest of the day is ruined, right? And it's like and the thing is, I think a lot of people don't understand this. It's like, we don't want to feel like this. It's not our choice to feel that way. It's just how our bodies and minds are set up. And it's not that we want to feel that way. It's not like we want to feel all of this stuff that we have. It's just, like, the problem that unfortunately is arising. And even I was telling, like, my mom some of this stuff here and there from what I've been discovering on my own, like, self-advocacy journey. Because that's why I'm basically raising money for the charity. Because, like, I understand this experience because I'm going through it. Because I want to make sure that people, like, understand in a really big way that, you know, this is just how we are. There's nothing we can do to change it. Like, I see a lot of stuff with, like, ADHD people of, like, oh, you have to have lists, you have to have this, you have to have that. I had an issue. I'm not gonna trauma dump. It's just relevant stuff. Yeah. Thank you for no trauma dumping. Yeah. I appreciate that, because there are some chatters that sometimes don't understand that, and I'm glad that you do. It makes me happy. But yeah. But like as I say, it's like, you know, if you're dealing with problems, if you're dealing with stuff, know that the way that you are and the way you think is not bad, and you're not broken, and you're not an idiot, you're not stupid, you're not anything. You're just who you are. That's how you think, that's how you are. And, you know, you can figure out, if there's ways that you can figure out how to deal with those situations. Like for me, I just try and figure it out.
What are you doing? No, you can't just grab the suitcase. Oh god, they are stuffing it with cash. Oh, it's a sickening suitcase. Slam on poor art.
What? What do you mean it's a sickening suitcase? Pug. Pug. Pug, what's she doing there? If you aren't like Jose, you are flawed. Oh, well, there is only one. If you aren't like Jose, you are flawed, or well, don't worry, there's only one. Yeah, I will say, I appreciate Jose, like, so much. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Oh no. What was that? What? W? Oh my gosh. What did we unlock then?
Someone call a doctor.
What did we unlock then? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. So Pug, what? Do you want all of these? I forgot to grab the salt. That's what I forgot to grab. I'm gonna go grab the salt. I'm gonna go eat the salt. Hold on, let me grab the salt. I'll grab the salt. Would you also like a signed Polaroid for that? I'll give you a signed Polaroid for that. I'll give you the George signed Polaroid that I was supposed to get you in the first place. I'm gonna run the ad now while I go grab the salt. So I'll be right back. I'm grabbing salt. Oh my gosh. Alright, I have the salt, but I'm gonna eat some bread. I'm gonna eat some bread before this. Oh my goodness.
While Mom is getting her head injury examined, I will take over stream.
Oh my goodness. Holy smackaroonies, Pug. I'm eating some bread right now. Because I don't want to eat salt on an empty stomach. I feel like that would be a bad idea. Oh my goodness. What charity goals did we unlock, by the way? Alright. Jose and chat get to write a tweet. That means you guys get to write a tweet. What were the incentives? I'll show you them again in a second. Hold on. I'll discuss them again. Well, I have to eat salt. I have to eat salt. But I'm eating some bread right now. Just so I'm not eating just the salt. I feel like that would be a bad idea. So we have chat gets to write a tweet, change profile icon. That's easy because I'm gonna just do it right now. So let me go Let me go into my profile, because I'm like literally on here right now. We're changing it. We're changing it to the frog. Is it in here? Yes. I thought did I not? I did not. Okay, I thought I made a picture. I did not. I will open up Clip Studio in a second to do that. I will change the picture in a second. A frog tier list. Jose. Oh, Jose has to. Okay, hold on. Let me DM Jose. I have to tell him that we got to 200, and now he has to take over Twitter for a week. Jose, you have to take over my Twitter for a week. They met the goal. And then $200. Oh, George Create. You guys get your George Creates only stream, and I have to stay as Art the Frog in George Creates for the rest of April unless you unlock the 300 mark. So that does mean that all streams will now just be this. I got up and ready and came back. What the fuck happened? Jose, look, they met the goal. Now you also have a George Creates only stream. That's what happened.
The referee, known as Pug's Wallet, is now dragging them out of the arena.
Mm-hmm. And now to the incentives. So, Pug, you get a Froggy sketch, a 5-minute sketch, similar to what I've done before, but I'll redo it. A signed Polaroid, and you get to pick, do you want Art or George?
Illegal use of cashed suitcase.
And then, because you did 200, I will eat 2 little handfuls of salt. I do have the salt, by the way. That is the salt. My dog thinks I have actual food. Oh, that... Okay, you know what? That's a lot of salt. That's actually a lot of salt. Yeah, I don't want to die. That's not a good idea. I will put, like, a full fingerful of this. Okay. Bottoms up to the salt. Oh. Okay, this is not really good tasting salt. I'm glad I have bread here to wash it down. I'm not even joking. I'm just eating bread. I just have bread. Actually, the bread and the salt doesn't taste too bad. It kind of tastes like a pretzel. I'm gonna eat the salt with the bread. I know I'm supposed to eat it just straight salt, actually. So let me do my other second thing of salt. So here you go. Here's your second thing of salt, Pug. Ah! That was just straight salt. I did not eat it with the bread. Yep, yum, yum, yum. You hear me smacking my lips because of the salt. And then I'm washing it down with bread. Okay. If someone donates $100, I'm gonna just be like, we're waiting a while until I eat salt again. Because it's actually not good for you to eat a whole bunch of salt in one go. I already did, like, basically a good amount of salt, so definitely not gonna do that. But probably during next stream, I'll do this stuff for you. Which is give you a Froggy sketch and a 5-minute sketch. That's what we'll do at the beginning, and then we'll move on. Alright. I gotta go wash my hands. There's saliva all over it from trying to eat the salt.
What are the rules of the frog sketch?
I just turn you into a frog. So this little froggy shape that you see before you, I just take your likeness and turn you into a frog. That's kind of what it is. So tiger hoodie? Yeah, tiger hoodie. Yeah. And it's just a sketch, so it's not like a whole bunch of stuff. Just a little sketch. I am eating the other slice of bread that's in here. Honestly, this bread needs to be eaten anyways, so. This apparently is my lunch. It's literally just me eating 2 slices of bread. It's not even toasted. There's no butter on it. It's just straight bread. The whitest thing I could ever do. Just eat straight bread. Yeah, eat a bunch of salt and eat straight bread. But oh my goodness. So, let me write down. Oh yeah, let me change my profile icon. I need to go to here. I can't believe, I think the reason I forgot the salt is because I just did. Let me open up some stuff. Oh yeah, I was opening this up because I was looking at it for references. And stuff. Oh my goodness. I honestly cannot believe that we hit 200. But then again, this is only day 1. This is only day 1. We have the rest of the month. So, and again, if we reached past our goal of 300, I will add other goals. I might actually add Play Poppy Playtime because I've been like kind of mucking around to play it. That way we'll be playing chapter 1 because yeah. No, it wasn't here. I'm just dumb. Here, this one. There we go. Now I can change my profile. Oh my goodness, that took like a while. But let's change that profile picture, shall we? Oh, wrong folder. There we go. Wrong folder. We don't want the wrong folder. That's the correct folder. Ah, perfect. That actually works. There we go. Everyone's gonna be like, what the heck? Now, technically, Jose gets control of my Twitter starting tomorrow, so that just means Jose has to figure out why is this broken now? Oh, I hate when this happens. For some reason, some of this stuff ends up like breaking. Like literally breaking the links. I've noticed that with Twitter. It's like breaking the links now. Which is like, again, not really cool, Twitter. Honestly, there's been so many problems with Twitter recently. I'm just like, what the heck? Because like now it's not even the links. I think this was my Twitch. There we go, it fixed itself. I don't know why it did that. That was weird. But thankfully it fixed itself. So, there we go. My profile picture has changed. What was the other thing that we need to do? A Froggy tier list. Oh, you guys still have to pick a... What do you guys want to tweet out? I know that Jose technically has control of my Twitter, but that's why I'm saying like tomorrow he'll have it. Because today is just for you guys. So so whatever you guys want to tweet out, you can tweet out. So figure out what you want to tweet out and post it in the chat, and we'll just do it. Hi puppers. Yes, I have bread. I have bread. My dog is trying to climb up into my lap because I have bread. You cannot have the bread. It is my bread. I'm eating the bread. And then Froggy tier list. I don't know if I even have a Froggy tier list. There is the tier list maker. Let's see if there's frogs. If not, I'm gonna have to find a bunch of frogs. Let me see. Is there a frogs tier list? Like with a bunch of frogs? Why the heck is there a person dressed up as a frog? I need to think of a sketch. Why? No. I need like an actual frog tier list. Types of frogs. Maybe that'll work. Aha! Types of frogs works. Alright, I have our froggy tier list. Do we want to do the froggy tier list right now? Just 5 minutes, right? Yeah. I can get a lot done in 5 minutes for a sketch. I'm actually very much surprised that I can. I think it's all the figure drawing that I used to do back in the day. Just taught me how to be fast. Would we like to do this now? Presentation mode. Aha, perfect. Would we like to do the froggy tier list now to end the rest of the stream off? We could. We could to end the stream off. Because actually I'm probably going to be saying a bye-bye to you guys. Because it's going to be reaching about 3 hours. Sure. All right. Let me. I don't think this will be set up right, but it's okay. You know, we'll just go over to full stream. We'll just do it over on full stream. This is not set up accurately. Yeah, just ignore how big I am, okay? We're just gonna ignore that. Let me move myself over in front of George. There we go. Don't worry, I'm totally sitting on something. Let me just make sure that this is the correct screen. Yeah, this is not the correct screen. I think this one might be. Yes, it is. All right. I just want to make sure it's the correct screen before I okay it, right? The other thing is I might actually make this bigger because I want to. Just to focus on the tier list, right? That's our important thing. Just focusing on the tier list here. All right, I think that's fine. All right. So, per the charity stream, we shall now do a froggy tier list. So this is probably not all the frogs that exist in the world, because I know that there is actually a large variety of frogs, but for the necessity of what we need, I think this is fine. All right, so we got a pond frog, green and black poison dart frog, a Caloia. We might even like look up like what these frogs are. Northern leopard frog, and kind of we'll look them up and what they do. So let's see what a pond frog is. What's a pond frog? Game machine. Animal. What? Animal Crossing. Rana is a genus of frogs, commonly known as true frogs, pond frogs, or brown frogs. Member of the genus
Don't forget to make George a triple S tier.
Oh, George is 100% a triple S tier. Members of the genus are found through much of Eurasia, North America, and Central America, and the northern half of South America. So basically the most common frog that there is. Okay, you know what? Because it's a common frog, it goes in B tier. It's kind of average. It's not great. It's just common. Poison dart frog.
Art is a D tier at best.
Hey! Excuse me! Excuse me, princess! I like how we talked about Legend of Zelda earlier. Okay, a poison dart frog. Poison dart frog is a common name of a group of frogs in the family, which are native to Central and South America. These frogs have their bright color.
The prettiest princess.
Yes, the prettiest princess, George. Oh, George got caged. Oh, sad. Sad day for George. You know what? Can poison dart frogs? Wait, brushing up against one is enough to kill it? I thought that these frogs weren't. Yeah, it still works. Of course, I made sure it still worked. Of course, I made sure that the caged George still worked, even on the bigger George. People are gonna be so confused. They're gonna be like, why is the- I hear people, but why is that one not talking? And it's like, yeah, don't worry about it. Okay, you know what? Poison dart frog. It can kill a bitch. So, it's going up there. What the heck is, we're gonna misspell this. Kala what? O-U-L-A frog. Aha. At least if you type in frog, it remembers what it is. Oh, he's just a round little guy. He's just a little guy. Oh, it's the banded bullfrog, but the actual name is like something else. So it's using like the other name. The banded bullfrog is a species of frog in a narrow-mouthed frog family. Native to Southeast Asia, is also known as the Asian painted frog, digging frog, Malaysian bullfrog, common Asian frog, and painted balloon frog. In the pet trade is sometimes called the chubby frog. Oh, that is so cute. Oh, look at the little guy. He's just a little guy. You know what? Just for him being a little guy. S tier for being a little guy. He's just a little guy. Northern leopard frog. So let's see what a northern leopard frog is. So northern I like how now, because they see that I'm just looking up a bunch of frogs, that they're literally giving me a bunch of frogs. Formerly, oh, it was formerly like a common frog too. So it's commonly known as the northern leopard frog. It's a species of leopard frog from the true frog family, which basically is similar to the pond frog. Native to parts of Canada and the United States. It is a state, it is the state appellation, amphibian of Minnesota and Vermont. Well, you learn new things every day, but apparently it is apparently the state amphibian of Minnesota and Vermont. That is very interesting. Okay, you're a goofy little guy, but you know what? You're going places. A tier. A tier for getting up to being an amphibian of 2 states. Okay, that's an achievement, all right? Let's see. The Argentinian horned frog. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, by the way, frogs are amphibians. I think a lot of people forget that they're amphibians. They're both water and land creatures.
Next time, Pug, leave the foreign objects out of the ring.
The Argentinian horned frog, also known as the Argentinian wide-mouth frog. Yeah, I can understand that being a wide mouth. Wait, you know the things that sound like frogs? You know, the little wooden things that you can get that sound like frogs? Is it based off of this guy? Because it kind of looks similar. I always wanted one of those, but my mom said no because they knew I would make too much noise with it. Ornate horned frog apparently is another one. Ornate horned toad. Interesting. So it's a frog that's also called a toad. Now, toads are different than frogs. I do know this. Ornate Pac-Man frog. Oh, that's cute. I can see the Pac-Man. Just look at this. He's got no thought behind them eyes in this picture. There's just no thought. This species is endemic to South America. I think endemic means that they are not from, are they from there then? Oh my god, you can buy one. No, I'm not buying one because apparently they're going extinct. Oh no! No, we should not let this little guy be extinct. Nah, just no. To spread awareness about the Argentinian horned frog. Y'all, look at this cute little guy. How can this little guy go extinct? He's got so much character to him. If somebody can find something to where we can support the Argentinian horned frog, let's make sure that they don't die or go away. Look at this guy. Look at him. We have to make sure that he's still around, okay? We have to save the frogs, okay? We must save the frogs. Hashtag save the frogs. Hashtag save the Argentinian horned frog. No, I completely mean it. Like, look at that little guy. Look at his face. We better. Next is the Panamanian golden frog. That is a name. Panamanian gold. I know I'm spelling it wrong. Gold frog. There we go. Golden frog. Hey, yo. George, why can't you be a golden frog? Oh, they're hugging. Look how cute that is. They're hugging. Also, no, Panamanian, I'm misspelling that so much. Gold frog, also known as the Creo Campania, Subfoot toad, and other names, is a species of toad endemic to... What does endemic mean? Endemic meaning... Ooh. What does endemic mean? Native. That's what I thought. That's what I thought it was. I just want to check. Frogs so these frogs inhabit streams along the mountain slopes of the Cordilleran cloud forest of west central Panama. Ah. Very cute. Very adorable. Thankfully not going extinct. Good. They shouldn't. They look adorable. Look at them. Okay, you know what? They're not amazing looking frogs. They're just kind of average. They're just kind of average frogs. I like how we're very round in how we're doing this. Tomato frog, bro. Just for that, you're probably gonna be skyrocketing higher than A tier. Tomato frogs? Bro, this frog exists? Yo, Doki Bird could become a frog. Look at this. Tomato frogs. Doki Bird can join the frog gang. This is so cute. Oh my gosh, they do look like little tomatoes. Tomato frogs. Oh. Are any of the 3 species of genus so these different so basically it's saying that are any of these 3 different species of genus. So species means it's an amphibian, but genus means like it's an amphibian from this genus, like from this group. So it's like, you know, more boxes to put all of them in. So it says these ones. I am not even gonna try and pronounce this. Discopus is the only genus in the subfamily of Discopion. They are endemic to Madagascar. Interesting. The common name comes from D. antogelius, bright red color. Oh, when threatened, a tomato frog puffs up its belly or its body, so it gets all round. He just become an angry, puffy little guy. You know what? Tomato frog S tier. Just because of the name. The color also looks amazing. He's got no thought behind them eyes. And when he gets angry, he puffs up like no tomorrow. And he's just a round little guy.
We're all angry little round guys here.
Yes, we're all very angry little round guys here. That is true. Alright, a true frog. Okay, this is interesting. What is a true frog? We reached the goal on the charity stream, so now we're doing a frog tier list. This isn't all the frogs in the world, but this is a good amount. Alright, a true frog. So true frogs. True frogs is the common name for the frog family Ranidae? Okay. They have the widest distribution of any frog family. They are abundant throughout most of the world, occurring in all countries except Antarctica. No surprise there. No surprise there that the frogs would not be in Antarctica. So it's basically, this frog is basically everywhere. Okay, you know what? I'm sorry, C tier, because it's just like, it's just like an overall species. It's not really a frog. It's just, the other ones are frogs. Okay, let's do the next one. We got Xenois. I've never seen this one. Well, now I know another word that starts with an X. Xenomorph frog. Oh my goodness. That is not the same little guy, is it? N-O-O-O-O. Oh, it might be a P. And just, oh my god. What are these little guys? Oh, this is so cute. Oh my god. These are, oh my gosh, these are so cute. They're, oh my god. Actually, no, wait, hold on a minute. They're actually terrifying. What the frick are these? You know, the other ones looked a little cuter, but maybe they were in the water and that's why they were cute looking. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. The African clawed frog, also known simply as Zippous, African clawed toad, African claw-toed frog, or the Plantina, is a species of African aquatic frog of the family Pipitide. Its name is derived from the short black claws on its feet, and the word Zippous means strange foot, and Lavis means smooth. So, his name literally means strange, smooth foot. This frog's name apparently means strange, smooth foot. Okay. I'm gonna be honest here. It looks fine, but just, that is not a face of, like, there's no thought behind them eyes. That is a face that is, like, it is coming to haunt you in your dreams. I'm sorry, C tier. It's just no. Oh, okay. I do. Warning: if you do not looking at looking at internal body works of stuff, because that's what this frog is. I actually do know what this frog is. It's a really cool looking frog. It's a very interesting looking frog. I think it. But if you don't like to see internal body parts of any sort, I would say please run now, because that's what this is. So warning. Of what this looks like. Because I don't know what the pictures will be. There it is. This is the glass frog. It is adorable, but they're, I don't know if their skin is transparent exactly. The glass frogs belong to an amphibian family called Central Toldidae. I cannot believe I'm pronouncing these names correctly, but then again, I'm a person that literally loved science. Yeah, my tism was science and math for a while, but then it changed to art eventually later down the line. But I still like going back and learning about mathematical and, like, scientific things. So I think that's why I can say a lot of these names. Native to Central America, American rainforests, the general background coloration of most glass frogs is primarily lime green. The abdomen of some members of this family is transparent and translucent, giving the glass frog its common name. So, yeah. That's kind of why they're named glass frogs. They're really cute. They're really adorable. I really like them. It's just this can be a little grotesque. I'm so glad I ate a little bit. But glass frog, you know what? He's a little guy, but he's not S tier little guy because he's got that little grotesqueness. A wood frog. Let's see what a wood frog is. Oh. There we go. Here's a wood frog. Oh, this is kind of like the classic idea of what a toad is. Lithobates cyclatius or Rena cycalica. I will not pronounce that. Commonly known as wood frog, is a frog species that has a very broad distribution over North America. Yeah, it's a very common frog. I do know that. When you go out in the creek in your backyard, you probably are going to stumble either upon a pond frog or probably a wood frog. Those are probably the two biggest frogs that you're going to find. Because they're just everywhere. Extending from the boreal forest of the North and Southern Appalachians, makes sense that you probably find it more in Appalachia, with several notable disjunct populations, including Ireland, Eastern Northern Caroline. Oh, so it's like near Eastern North Carolina. Interesting. Oh, apparently there's not a least concern and their population is pretty stable. That's actually pretty good. It looks like they're not going to go extinct very soon. It's a very common frog. I'm gonna probably put it in B. It's a very common frog alongside that of pond frog. It's just gonna be kind of there. That's just how it is. Alright, Goliath frog? Excuse me. There's a lot of oh my, excuse me. That's a big frog. What was the last time that we said, like, that's a big frog? That's a big frog. That's a very big frog. I still think that the devil frog may have it out for it, but oh my goodness, that's a big frog. This is oh my goodness, that's a person. That was a pretty big frog. That's like the size of my torso if you stretch him out. Holy snap. Goliath frog, otherwise known as commonly as the giant slippery frog and the Goliath bullfrog, is a species of frog from the family Choroidia. The Goliath frog is the largest living frog. Specimens can grow up to 32 meters in length. Do you want to know how big 32 meters in length is? That is like almost a yard. Okay? Here, let me see what no, this is in inches. Let me see 32 centimeters. 32. Oh, that's not a yard, but it's basically about a foot. Right? But the thing is, that's from snout to vent. That's not stretching out its legs or anything. That is almost over a foot. Okay? That's a big frog. Considering that most frogs are usually about, I would say, usually either 2 inches. There's some that are 1 inch big. But usually they're about maybe 2 to possibly 8 inches sometimes. But other than that, I would say most frogs are pretty small. The fact that this is a foot is a pretty big frog. That's scary. You know what? S tier, because that's a pretty big frog. That's a frog that demands, respect. I will give that frog mad respect. Oh my goodness. I like that we're ending the first day of the charity stream with this, because honestly, it's like, we've been talking about so many other things. Like, now, let's get to, like, meat and potatoes of things. Northern rain frog. Let's do this. Northern rain frog. Northern rain. What's the northern rain frog? Probably has a different name. Oh. Oh, okay. I don't know why it's not popping. Wait, is this the little guy that, like, screams? Northern rain frogs is a species of frogs that originally did not exist but has since been created by sci-fi and introduced throughout the rainforests, lakes, rivers, and ponds across North America. So basically, this thing now lives in North America. But here, let's look up the actual name of it. The North American rain frog. Is that what they meant by northern rain frog? Or is northern rain frog one word? Hold on, let me see. Let's see. No, you're just getting the same thing. Northern forest rain frog, which is this. Yeah, there's a bunch of different ones here. So I don't know. Yeah, there's a bunch of different rain frogs, but it looks like specifically I don't know like exactly what this one is. So just for that, out of I don't know what, it's gonna be D. Darwin's frog. What is Darwin's frog? Okay, Darwin's frog is more of like, do they mean Charles Darwin? Is this from the Galapagos? Oh, I was correct. It is a name. It was discovered by Charles Darwin. The Darwin's frog is also known as the Southern Darwin's frog, is a species of Chilean and Argentinian frog of the family. I'm not going to pronounce that. It was discovered by Charles Darwin during his voyage on the HMS Beagle on a trip to Chile. I was right. That's cool. Oh no, they're vulnerable. Their population is decreasing. Save the frogs! We must save the frogs. To be the frogs. Protect the frogs. We gotta save them. So, A for awareness. Save the Darwin's frog. It's named after Charles Darwin. Now, I know a lot of people might be like, oh, but he's just like an old white dude. Charles Darwin did a lot for biology, okay? Maybe the person himself, who knows, he might have been kind of bad, but honestly, from the things that I've heard about him, he's actually a pretty good dude. So, if anything, save Darwin's frog. White tree. Okay, I know that this is gonna be an S tier. Because he's also a very common guy. And actually, this particular little common guy is what George is based off of. Every single frog picture that you've seen, I feel, is actually more based off of the Australian green tree frog, also known as the white tree frog. Because look at this little guy. He is like stereotypical frog, right? This is what everyone bases their frog on, right? So, yeah. The Australian green tree frog, also known simply as green tree frog in Australia, white tree frog, or dumpy tree frog. I like that it's called dumpy because it's like really big and dumb and just so cute. It's a species of tree frog native to Australia and New Guinea. With introduced populations in the United States and New Zealand, though the latter is believed to have died out. So that means like they tried to introduce this frog into the United States and New Zealand, and they're thinking that it probably didn't work. Which, yeah. And also I think that that's a terrible idea, considering that Australia actually has a somewhat African bullfrog problem because they got introduced to deal with something and now they're just kind of there. So yeah, the pickerel frog, the pickerel frog, the pickerel frog. I'm glad that this is taking like a really long time to get done, because then that just makes it better. Don't worry about that. I was just checking it for a second. It's just some audio I'm listening to. It's okay. The pickerel frog. Vermont reptile and family. The pickerel frog is a Northern American frog. Nice. Categorized by the appearance of seemingly hand-drawn squares on its dorsal surface. Pickerel frogs are the only poisonous frog native to the United States. Interesting. I didn't know that there were actually poisonous frogs out here. That is very interesting to know that there's apparently a poison frog. Well, you know what? Poison frog, that gets an A in my book. African dwarf frog. Let's see. It's probably a tiny little guy. It is a very tiny little guy. Oh, he's a little goofy guy. Oh, wait a minute. I used to have pet frogs. I think they were these. I think these were my pet frogs that got eaten by another fish, though. I did not know how to take care of fish, okay? It was bad. African dwarf frog is the common name of members of the Hypeniocos. I'm keep butchering that. A genus of aquatic frog, a genus of aquatic frogs native to parts of equatorial Africa. That means like it's on the equator. They are common in the pet trade and are often mistaken to be African clawed frogs, a similar looking frog in the family. Of course. I can understand that because if you saw the African clawed frog, it has the similar hind legs, but instead this one has webbed feet and the other one actually doesn't have webbed feet. That's the only difference that you can tell between them. So I would say he's a little guy that likes being a little guy. He gets A for me. Giant ditch frog. Excuse me. If you call it giant, it better be big. Giant. Why are there pictures of it being eaten? Maybe it's a delicacy? I would understand that. He's not a big little guy. He's just a guy. Commonly known as the mountain Oh my god! Okay! We found it, everybody! We found it! Do you want to know what a mountain chicken is? This is the mountain chicken. If you ever knew where the meme came from, remember the meme of the mountain chicken sound? This is where it comes from. We found the mountain chicken, everybody. We got him. We got him. Because a mountain chicken is a frog, and that's what this is. That's what it looks like. Now you know you can put a frog. You can put a face to the frog. It is commonly known as a mountain chicken or a giant ditch frog. Is currently endangered species of frog that is native to the Caribbean islands of Dominica and Monstera. The population declined by 80% from 1995 and 2004, with further significant declines. Like, well, if you call it freaking mountain chicken, no wonder it started going extinct because people were trying to eat it. But if we still want to have the funny memes of it being called a mountain chicken, we should also put into acknowledgement. So, A for conservation efforts. Save the frogs. There's so many frogs that apparently need to be saved. What was it? We got Darwin's. We got the giant ditch frog. There was another one. Oh yeah, the Argentinian horned frog. Those are 3 frogs that we need to apparently put conservation efforts to. Raising money, spreading awareness about these frogs. Make memes. Make memes of them. Make memes of the giant ditch frog that's actually called the mountain chicken, okay? Let's have fun. Excuse me? Corpse? Wait, no, I'm saying it wrong. Cope's gray. Okay, it's not corpse. I was like, excuse me? Corpse? Oh, habitat. I don't need the habitat. I just need the frog. What's the frog? What's the frog? Frog? There we go. Oh, also a very classic looking frog. The Cope's gray tree frog is a species of tree frog found in the United States and Canada. Interesting. It is most indistinguishable from gray tree frog and shares much of its geographic range. Both species are variable in color, molted gray to gray-green, resembling the bark of trees. Interesting. So it shares with the gray tree frog, but this is Cope. This particular is Cope's gray tree frog and isn't the same as a gray tree frog. Interesting. Well, they're a little guy. They're kind of average. B tier. They're kind of just an average one. The desert rain frog. Okay, this is the one everyone makes. This is the one that makes the funny noise. Yeah, this one. The world's cutest frog. Yeah. This is the one that makes the cute, funny little sounds. It's like, when it's like, when this little thing becomes angry, it screams. And it's like, eh! Ferocious. Yeah, it's this one. It's this. This is the frog. It is one of the most adorablest frogs in the world because it's just a little guy. Literally look at it in the palm of somebody's hand. It is literally, oh, you can't see it, but it is probably about maybe an inch big, maybe an inch or two big. So it's a very small frog. The desert ring frog, web-footed rain frog, or Belanger's short-head frog is a species of frog in the family. I'm not going to pronounce that. It is found in Namibia and South Africa. Its natural habitat is the narrow strip of sandy shores between the sea and the land and the sand dunes. Yeah. It also, I don't think, can jump. I think it just rolls around or like hops. But that little thing, it's going up there, being the greatest little guy that it can be. And I think we're done. We did it. That is our froggy tier list. There are way more frogs out there in the world. I know there are, but there is just way too many frog species that if we try to go through all of them, that would be we would be here for hours. And I don't think you want to hear me talk for hours because you've already had me for almost an hour, 3 hours, almost over 3 hours. So it's like, yeah. So without any further ado, I'm going to switch back over here. I will probably save that for later, but that is pretty funny that we did that. I'm glad that we did that. That was hilarious. I loved it. I loved it. That was great. I was slightly concerned that we weren't going to be able to hit all this stuff, but the great thing is that now, you know what I can do? Let me actually pull back up Clip Studio so we can actually cross off some of this stuff. Because I can actually update the thing. So let me open this particular area. And let's actually cross off some of the things that we've done. And yeah. So then when people come in, then it's like, they can already see like what we've already accomplished. And the fact that we've accomplished this much, oh. Let's do like a kind of reddish color. Why the heck does this do that? And then let's do this. No, wrong thing. There you go. You guys still have to write that tweet. We did the froggy tier list. Jose gets to take over my Twitter for a week, which he will be doing. Yeah, we're basically gonna just do this. And then the George Creates Only stream. I will do that next week and we'll set something up, okay? Maybe I'll set up like a funny thing or I don't know. We'll set up something so that then you guys can have like a little bit of fun. Maybe I'll just like play a game and then you just talk or something. I'll just like be playing something in the background. Alright. Let's save this. And then let us update. Let's update this. So you'll see it. Yes, I know it already exists. And we're gonna be updating it. So you'll see all the things crossed out. There you go. Wow, I'm actually surprised. Like, actually seeing it crossed out is... Wow. Because now we're gonna have to make new goals. I will say this much. If we reach our goal by, like, the end of this week, I don't know what I'm gonna do. We're gonna have to now start adding more goals. But yeah, so that is great. That is done and over with. I think we're gonna go find somebody to raid, because that is a good thing to do. And we're just gonna go and have fun and like see who we can raid. I will say this much, if we do end up like finishing this, I was actually even thinking about streaming for 4 hours every day, but honestly I can't do 4 hours a day. That's actually really taxing on my own body. So I think for the most part we are going to just like raid somebody and just see kind of where it goes. So I'm trying to figure out who we can raid right now. Oh wait, let's show this. There's like so many people that we can, by the way. It's just like trying to figure out who is the question. Oh! Oh, hello, sir! Oh, I know who we can raid. I wonder if he's still doing his raising thing. If he's not, that's fine. If he is, well, I know who I'm raiding. Let me just reload and make sure that he's there. Because I want to make sure. We could also raid somebody that it's been a long while since I've raided them. Oh, they're still raising money too. You know what? Let's go and do that. I know who we're raiding. But I'll wait until they start streaming, so we're just gonna sit here and talk for a little bit. But yeah, so I will plan some stuff for the streams next week, so you guys can get your George Creates stream and all of that. Gonna make sure to set that up. Also, the other thing is that we do have a community challenge right now, so that maybe sometime also, possibly, who knows, next week, we will be doing our rate viewer setups. So if you want to do that, there also will be another community challenge that will happen right after that I have set up ready to go. So like once we meet this, then it's like we can do the next one. Of course, I won't set up the next one until we do it. And then the off time, I'm going to be working to try and finish up the lore comic so we can get that posted out by the end of the month. And for the most part, we're just going to be like focusing on doing this charity stuff. I honestly don't know if we're going to reach like where we need to go with it, but who knows what's going to happen. You know what? I'm going to just run the ad right now just because I can. Because who the heck cares? I'm just gonna run the ad now so that then we don't have to deal with the ad later when we're trying to like actually raid out. But this was fun. I liked actually doing the frog tier list at the end of this, because it's like it's something different. I don't really do a lot of like tier list stuff, so it's always a little fun to do something that's outside of the norms of what I normally do. And yeah. Honestly, I feel like the rating viewer streams, like I'm gonna try and do a variety of different kinds of interesting content just to kind of like have fun with everything. That's my like goal, is to just have fun at the end of the day. I know there's an ad going right now, but like I'm going to say this much. I am planning on possibly doing some collabs during this month as well. There is one collab that I'm probably going to not... There is one collab that I'm probably not going to be streaming with. I know that they want me to, but I'm probably going to be like, just know I am doing a charity event, but I'll probably just try and not push it. It's just like the charity event will be going on in the background, but the main thing will be like us actually doing the collab. Because I don't want to take over other people's streams. Because at the end of the day, it's like other people's streams and all that sort of cool stuff, right? So yeah. But I am planning on doing some collabs. For right now, I know one collab for sure. Another one is because we needed to reschedule. And the last one is a collab that I still kind of have to plan. So there's going to be a few funny things. But the great thing, and what's going to be actually really funny, is that now I'm going to be stuck in being my froggy self. Because that's what actually because that's one of the goals that we met, is that I have to stay as Art. It's Art the Frog and George Creates. So that means that for the entire rest of this, I will be this. Which, again, it's fun. I like it. So anyways, you know what I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna get the raid started, because now they started streaming now. You're in for it now, Gator Boy. Alright, so let me do the raid message, so we got that going. Yee. And we're gonna raid Gator Boy, because he is still raising money, for, actually he's very, very close, I believe, to, meeting his, donathon, goals, because he is raising money for his mom and his grandma to go on a vacation, because his grandma, went through, was having some medical things. Now that's over, and he just kind of wants to give them a break, which I think is really admirable for him to do. So we're gonna go and raid him and show him some love. I also am creating a VTuber doll of him, and he does very much appreciate it. But also, I rarely get to raid this guy as it is, so if I can get the opportunity to raid him, I'm going to take the opportunity. So yeah, so let's go and show him some love. And I should have probably gotten the raid together before I did this, because I am stupid and I don't think. There he is. So without any further ado, let me get the raid started. But yeah, just so everyone knows, I will be keeping the frog form. All right, we're gonna stay like this for a while. That's just how it be. You're gonna just have to deal with the with Art the Frog and George Creates, and we will have a George Creates stream sometime next week. I will plan something. I will plan something very good. Well, I say plan something very good, but I don't know if I'll plan anything. Who knows? Because do I plan shit? Do I try to plan shit? No. I had no thing for this entire, like, 3 hours, and somehow I did a 3-hour talking stream. So, that's how it goes. Also, by the way, the person that we're raiding, it was their birthday, so it's kind of also their birthday stream. Like, day 2 of it. But anyways, without any further ado, as I always say, thank you all my lily pads for watching. There is more chaos and fun things to come. And without any further ado, as I always say, may the winds guide you. Until next time. Goodbye, everybody.